Button sit, go on mute. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever National Lasagna Day Lasagna-thon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rhiannon. I am the founder, and I like to call myself the Chief Lasagna Mama at Lasagna Love. And hold on. How do I mute this? There we go. Cool. Yeah, so I'm Rhiannon, the Chief Lasagna Mama at Lasagna Love. We are a global nonprofit whose mission is to feed families, spread kindness, and strengthen communities. And I'm so excited you're here today for this event. It's going to be amazing. We have such a fabulous group of people who will be joining us in and out. We have amazing giveaways from Lasagna Love and also from some of our partners. You see, like, I've got my kitchen all organized, we hope. I'm going to be making lasagnas all during the Lasagna-thon today. We'll be checking in with some local events. And don't forget to keep engaging with us in the comments because commenting is how you will enter to win those giveaways. So let's start with, where is everybody watching from? So I'm usually doing this from Hawaii, where I live, but today I'm actually in Bolton, Massachusetts, because my little brother's getting married this weekend. So we're about 20 minutes from where he's getting married tomorrow in this amazing Airbnb in this kitchen that is just phenomenal. So I'm super excited. Let's see, has anybody, somebody says no sound, but other people say sound. So I'm gonna hope that that is okay. All right, I don't see anybody saying where they're from, so I think there's a delay, so I'll just keep watching. Ooh, okay, there we go, awesome. We've got Elton from Cape Cod. Oh, I'm so close to you. We have, Michelle. Oh, so good to see you here, Michelle, who's coming from Chicago. Ileana from Hampton, Virginia. Jess from Massachusetts, oh my gosh, Anne from Cary, North Carolina. I have family there. My dad's in Pinehurst. We're not that far away, but I have family that lives in Cary, so huge love for you. Susan from Pennsylvania, somebody from Kansas, Connecticut, Alabama, California. This is, we've covered the whole country. I think the only thing I haven't seen so far is Alaska. New Jersey, more Cape Cod, Iowa. Iowa was our, I think, second state that Lasagna Love ever went to. So huge love for Iowa. Crystal, are you anywhere near Des Moines or Ames by any chance? Let's see, who else do we have? Shari, of course. Charlotte, oh my gosh, more North Carolina. This is fantastic. Okay, cool. Keep commenting because I definitely want to know where all of y'all are from. See, that was my North Carolina coming out. All y'all, it'll come out some more. All right, so what's next? Starting to make lasagna. So I have everything set. I've got my my lasagna festinante, which is a really fancy way to say my lasagna noodles. They're from Pastine, who's one of our fantastic partners for National Lasagna Day. And I'm going to be using them two ways today. So I'm going to be using them dry because, fun fact, you don't actually have to cook lasagna noodles, even if they're not listed as no boil. You don't have to cook them before they go in your lasagna. Just make sure you use a little bit of extra sauce so that they bake in the oven when you're baking your lasagna. This is a trick I learned from one of our longest standing, she might be the second longest standing lasagna chef who's still cooking for us, Angela. She's in San Diego. She's made literally over 2,000 lasagnas. So if she tells me I can do it, I trust her. So we're going to do a couple of lasagnas today with the pastine, but not boiling them first, which is really great for all you chefs who are watching to know because it saves a lot of time. But then I also do have some pre-boiled because I didn't want to worry about doing that with you guys. So I have some pre-boiled ones that we'll be using for a special, with a special guest later. Let's see. So there's a million ways to make lasagna. So our first guest is Alexia from You Had Me at Kitchen, and she's going to show you how to make her authentic Italian bolognese, which is one of my favorite sauces. And she's going to share her secret ingredient for lasagna. So feel free to guess in the comments what you think it might be. But before we get started, so let's just kick off with a giveaway for all you amazing people who are here right at noon to hang out with me. I think like 40 or 50 people were here way before waiting to get on, which just blows me away and makes me kind of want to cry. But let's just kick off with a giveaway. Why not? So if you haven't already, comment below now with where you're watching from or how excited you are, or yay, no boil noodles or anything like that. Oh, we still got more people coming in. And what are we giving away? So limited edition Mission kitchen set. I love these. So I have them here. I'm going to be using them all day. So these are silicone. We've got two different kinds of spatulas, and then this awesome, it's like doubles as a spoon and a ladle for if you're making your own sauce. And the best part of these, let's see if I can get it in the right order. So they have our our tagline burned into them. So if you can see that, it says feed families, spread kindness, and strengthen communities, all with a little lasagna heart. So if you want these, go ahead and comment. And in about 15 to 30 seconds, my amazing colleague Amanda will go through, pick a random number, find you in the comments, and she'll tell me after this video who won, and we'll announce it. So good luck, and stick with me, because this whole technology, live YouTube, Zoom with videos thing is, I'm gonna have to just make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, share screen. Let's see, how do I? Okay, I swear I know what I'm doing. All right, there's her video. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna mute my. All right. All right, just want to make sure. Can everybody hear me again? Because again, the whole technology, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So comment below if you can hear me. I love her energy so much. I also love the way I have to like mozzarella, ricotta. I've got to like remember to do that. I love her accent. It's so cool. So that was Alexia. She is amazing. She works with Pastine, who's again one of our sponsors for our lasagna noodles. So go follow her at You Had Me at Kitchen if you want more recipes or Italian stuff, or just, you know, because she's got awesome energy and a great smile. All right, let's see. I think what's happening next is aren't we announcing a giveaway winner? Oh, but first, boiled eggs. I've never thought of that in lasagna. Has anybody else has anybody else? Oh, nobody could hear her? Ooh, hold on a second. Uh-oh. Could not hear her. All right. Steph, maybe can you chat me in the comments and just tell me why you think that was, and we will try and fix that. I will put the link, Amanda, put the link to her video below so that people can watch it, because if you can't hear her voice, I mean, the way she says ricotta and mozzarella, you heard it from me, but more important to hear it from her. And we'll try and fix that for the next one. Cool. So eggs. I've never put eggs in my. So somebody said, Michelle. No, who is it? Anne. Boiled eggs are so Italian. I never knew this. I never knew this was a thing. It was really cool to like. Well, I'm gonna have to try it now and see if it's like. Anne, have you ever put boiled eggs in your lasagna? Do you know it was a? Yeah, let me know if you've tried it. Let's see, who else? Kelly says you need to click share audio before you play the video. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'll give that a try. So I guess if you're a lasagna chef who's on here, I would love for you to just share, like, what is your secret ingredient or like funky ingredient or something that you put in your lasagna that maybe we wouldn't think of, because now I want to try all these cool recipes. All right, Amanda, are you ready? Let me see. For our first giveaway, let's see. All right, so the winner of the Feed Families, Spread Kindness, Strengthen Communities Mission Kitchen set is Cara Perry from Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations, Cara. Go ahead and email your name and your mailing address to amanda@lasagnalove.org. Make sure it's .org, amanda@lasagnalove.org, and she will get those sent out to you. Congratulations. So many more chances today to win cool stuff. So yeah, keep watching and keep commenting. Let's see. So the next thing I want to do, so I've already got my noodles. I'm not going to boil them because I don't need to, but I am going to go ahead and saute my sausage. So I have Johnsonville sweet Italian sausage, another one of our awesome sponsors. So I'm going to cook up a little bit of that in here. So I need olive oil first, and I'm going to not touch it with the hands that just touched meat and use only my other two fingers. There we go. And while I'm sauteing this, I just want to give a huge shout out to Johnsonville for being one of our local sponsors. So they donated a ton of coupons for our volunteer chefs to use. They're doing a cooking event this week to make and deliver lasagnas in their area. I think Andrea, you mentioned that we have some extra coupons. So Amanda, if you can just take a look at the next 10 people who comment that they want a Johnsonville, I think it's a coupon for one free Johnsonville. The next 10 people who just comment like, yeah, like give me some Johnsonville, we'll try and send you one of those 10 coupons. So we only have 10, so we'll take the first 10 that comment, but we'll have more, like I said, more giveaways coming later. And then another shout out to one of our volunteer leaders. So Vanessa Watts, she was helping all the Johnsonville events. She's helping them all happen in Wisconsin. I think she's at another cooking event for National Lasagna Day. We're not 100% sure that she has great service where she is, but we wanted to give it a try to see if we could have her join and just see what she's up to. So let's see, Steph, do you have do you have Vanessa in the waiting room? Oh my gosh, we do. Hi, how are you? How's it going, Vanessa?
Good. How are you?
Good. I know you're like in a church that has very thick walls, so I don't know if we'll be able to hear you, but we're gonna give it a shot.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can everybody else hear her? Because I know we had sound issues for the video. So oh man, you're getting so much love. Vanessa, everybody's saying we still represent love for our RD Vanessa. Bravo Vanessa, hi Vanessa, Lynn says hi. So tell us what you're doing. Well, I'm gonna wash my hands, but you tell us what you're doing.
Okay, So we're actually like kind of like it's like the eye of the hurricane has moved over. So we're in a calm state right now. We're doing a team building event for my team at work, and we are making probably about 17 to 20 lasagnas, and we're going to cool them and then cut them into individual servings with the goal of having 100 servings that we'll distribute to homeless in Chicago. So I will show you. We have all the lasagnas in the oven right now. So we had a making frenzy earlier this morning. So we have lasagnas in. We had to do a run to the store to get more supplies. So we still have some lasagnas up here that need to be finished, which we'll finish as soon as we get more supplies. But I've never seen like 5 huge cans of sauce and like 10 pounds of ground beef and just these 20 pounds of ricotta go so fast. So we, like I said, it was a making frenzy. So now we wait until everything's done cooking, and then we're going to cool them. And then, like I said, we're going to slice them up. So that's what's going on here in Chicago.
That's so awesome. I love those ovens. I wish I had ovens that were that big.
Trust me, this is awesome because we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We have like 15 lasagnas in the oven right now, which is awesome.
Oh, so cool. And you said they're all going to a homeless shelter. Are you guys delivering them today?
We're not delivering them. So we are partnering with, we are using St. Andrew Greek Orthodox Church. They have a commercial kitchen in the church. So we're partnering with them. They were gracious enough to donate the kitchen space to us. And they work with a local nonprofit that distributes meals to actual homeless outside. So that's why we're cutting them up into individual servings. And then we've had some local companies in the area donate bread. So bread will be going out with the lasagnas. So people out on the streets will be getting a meal courtesy of Lasagna Love.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for everything. I know you've done so much for Lasagna Love, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and how much the people in your community. I mean, you're getting more comments than I did at the beginning. So just to show you how much love people have for you.
See how hot and sweaty I am? It's so hot in this kitchen right now. So
don't look at all. So don't worry.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Lasagna Love shirt. So yay! So yeah, we're having a great time, and we're just gonna hang out, and then we're probably gonna go out and have a few little quiet beverages afterwards to celebrate all the team effort. But I mean, I told these guys, I said, I've never seen lasagnas get cranked out so fast. So the next time I need to do a mass cook, I'm having everybody over to my house, because it was just like, I mean, within like a half an hour, we had 15 lasagnas ready to go into the oven. So
that's amazing. That's the way to do it. Well, especially if you have a commercial kitchen, because there's just so much space.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm
Cool.
loving your setup there.
Thank you. It was the last minute.
What are you making?
I'm just, right, because you haven't. So I'm while you guys are popping in and out, I'm just making my own couple of lasagnas. So one for us to eat, and then I've got 2 in the fridge, and another one that I think another local leader, Megan, is going to pick up and deliver as part of one of her events. So
awesome. That's awesome.
Get as many lasagnas as possible for National Lasagna Day. So between you and me, we've gotten 20 of the way towards our 10,000 goals. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. And then also through our partnership with Johnsonville, they have also made 9 lasagnas for the communities up here. Excellent. Love it. So thank you to Johnsonville as well, because so between the Johnsonville and you and me and my team here, we were on our way to well over almost 25 lasagnas. So that's awesome.
Cool. It's bit by bit. That's how we get there. 20, well, I was going to say 25 families fed, but in your case, 100 people fed. So
absolutely.
So yeah, huge love to you. Well, take some pictures and send them to us so that we can post them so people can follow and see how everything turned out in the end.
You bet.
You can check the comments later, but please do, because you're getting so much love.
Happy Lasagna Day,
Awesome.
everybody.
Happy National Lasagna Day, Vanessa.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye. Oh man. So we have volunteers hosting over 100 events like this all over the country this week. Last I checked, we were at like 130, and that was a week and a half ago. So if Vanessa's feeding 100 today, just imagine what kind of an impact that is on National Lasagna Day in communities. And some of those events are feeding homeless shelters or homeless individuals like Vanessa's. Others are going to fire departments, police stations, local nonprofit partners who will get them to families that need them. Some of them are going for what we call backlog events, so places where we don't have as many volunteers or any volunteers, but somebody will collect a bunch and just go drive, maybe sometimes for hours and hours and hours to get lasagnas to people in more remote places, just to make sure that everybody who has requested a meal can get one. So these our volunteer leaders are the heart and soul, and it makes me want to cry every time I hear of another event that somebody's doing to just feed that many people. So we do love our volunteer chefs, but you don't have to be a chef. So if you're watching this and you're like, I love lasagna, I love to eat it, I don't really cook it. You don't have to be a chef to get involved with Lasagna Love or to be part of the impact that we're having. So I mentioned at the beginning, one of the things we'll talk about is our goals for National Lasagna Day. Our first goal for National Lasagna Day is to have 100 new kindness ambassadors join our community. So kindness ambassadors are people who love our mission, they love the work that we do, but they don't want to cook, they don't have time to cook, they don't know how to cook, but they donate monthly. So we've got a few signed up so far today. I think we have, I want to say we have around 5 or 6, Andrea, but we need about 95 to 96 more. So Amanda will drop the link in the chat to sign up, or you can go to lasagnalove.org/donate and just click the monthly button. You can donate whatever works for you each month. So if you're not sure what that is, if you don't know how to pick a number, today is $7.29. Donate $7.29 a month in honor of National Lasagna Day. It might seem like a really small amount to you, but it makes a huge, huge, huge difference for us. Every dollar that we raise helps us to reach another 4 people in your community. So that $7.29 a month goes a long way towards helping us feed just a huge number of people every month. So if you can, go ahead, lasagnalove.org/donate, or click on the link that Amanda's going to put in the chat, which is our special NLD kindness ambassador link. And we'll try and keep an update and share at the end how many more people have joined in. So that's all I have on that. But speaking of kindness, I think let's maybe do our next giveaway. So comment below if you haven't commented recently, although there was so much love for Vanessa that I feel like everybody in the world has commented since the last giveaway. But just comment below with something about kindness. Like, what does kindness mean to you? Or I would love to hear stories of people who have been recipients of kindness, even if it's just a quick 1 or 2 sentences. Like, what was it like to be on the receiving end of that act of kindness? And what was it? And was it a stranger? Was it a friend? How did it make you feel? I think back to random. I remember, I had two little kids, and I had just gotten to the airport in North Carolina. I'm by myself. I'm trying to carry 2 suitcases and a car seat on one elbow, and like a toddler, and a backpack with all the diapers and stuff in it. And I'm trying to get on the shuttle and make it to the car rental place all by myself. And just I remember this gentleman seeing me get off the shuttle at the car place and just saying, let me carry all that stuff for you. I'm not going where you're going, but let me just get that for you. And it was one of those moments where it was such a little gesture, but it filled me up with love and made me want to cry, because people noticing when someone's struggling, people noticing when someone could use an extra hand. And just that kind of stuff is amazing. So would love to hear yours. Okay, let me see. Kindness is doing something for someone expecting nothing in return. Yes, Melanie, you totally nailed it. We at Lasagna Love do not expect a thank you. It's not what we do this for. We don't need anything in return. The gift is being able to give a lasagna to somebody. The gift is being able to make something with our own hands, and infuse that love and care into it and pass it on to somebody, and know without them telling us, know that that's had an impact in their life, and know that it's put a meal on the table, or know that it's given them a hug when maybe they don't have anybody to give them a hug in person. So that's exactly what we are. Paying it forward, yes. Anne said she made, oh no, my gosh, Oh, she delivered a lasagna this week, and someone gave her the cherry tomatoes from her garden. That's awesome. Like, that's a great way to just like share the kindness. Sharon's wearing her kindness is cool shirt. I like that. We should do a kindness is cool shirt for Lasagna Love. Let's see. Somebody received a lasagna yesterday. Awesome, Tabitha. I'm so glad we were able to give you something exactly when you needed it. Let's see. So Andrea, I had a really terrible day yesterday. Was running errands after work and came across a woman who needed someone to step in and help her. So I did it. Completely turned around my attitude. That's another thing that's so important to think about. Is it's sometimes giving kindness. Sometimes you're the one who benefits from that. Sometimes if you're having a rough day, being kind to someone else can lift you up. And there's a lot of research and a lot of psychology behind that. If you want to learn more about that, go to the Lasagna Love blog, because I've written about it and we've had some amazing research partners help us sort of think through that. But kindness doesn't just impact the people that you're spreading it to, it impacts you in that moment. And that's one of the great powers of kindness. Let's see, what else do we have? When my husband had a stroke, money was collected at work to help with the bills. It was so unexpected and so helpful. Margie, that's beautiful. Exactly. Like, just, when communities come together and lift each other up, a person quietly giving back to the community. Yeah, I love all this. I love all this. So let's see. Sharon would love a Lasagna Love kindness is cool shirt. On it. Samantha, I don't know if you're watching, but put that on our list. Amanda, put that on our list and we'll make it happen. Cool. All right. So kindness. Let's do, what should we give? Oh, let's do, so we have these awesome spread kindness. They're it's like a black tote bag. I believe it's an eco tote. So it's your sustainable materials and all of that. It has a yellow Lasagna Love heart on it. And it says, feed families, spread kindness, strengthen communities, our tagline. But it is it's a kindness tote. So let's see. Amanda, why don't you take a look at the comments and do your random, give another 15 or 30 seconds for the delay, and you can put comments in or do your random number generator, and we'll give away one of those totes. I'm going to see if we have any more stories. Let's see. Susan shared she dropped a lasagna off this week with a family with 3 adopted kids. More than happy to give them help. Threw in some garlic breads and a dessert because they had so many to feed. That's awesome. I know none of our chefs are required to give extras, but sometimes a story just resonates with you and you feel moved to do that, and that's totally great. I remember one of the first families that I delivered to. This was before Lasagna Love was Lasagna Love. This was just me in my kitchen making 20 lasagnas a week. But there was a woman, amazing woman outside of San Diego she had 6 children. And the youngest was immunocompromised. He had a heart transplant about 6 days after he was born. And this was when we didn't know anything about coronavirus, and she was scared to even leave the house to go to the grocery store. And it was another one of her sons, Isaiah, it was his birthday. And she messaged me and was like, hey, a lasagna would be so awesome just to be able to give them something on his birthday. And my daughter, bless her, she was 3 at the time. I told her about it, and she wanted to make Isaiah a happy birthday card and cookies. And so we ended up delivering a whole meal instead of, just lasagna, and we're able to do something for him for his birthday, which was just, it was nice to, like a little 3-year-old drew this awesome crayon colored card. And I love that Lasagna Love is a part of her language now. So let's see. Welcome neighbors. Cool. Some other great stories. So yeah, also just read through the chat because there's so many empowering stories and uplifting stories in here. It's making my heart sing. Okay, let's see. So back to my lasagna. And while I'm doing the next step, Amanda will do her magical number thing. And then, so for those of you who don't know, I love to put vegetables in my lasagna because I feel like lasagna is a comfort food. It's a warm hug. It's not the healthiest food in the world on its own. And so this is sort of a way of okay, especially if you have picky kids, I hide vegetables in the shredded mozzarella, which works really well. So I'm going to move my sausage off to the side, and somewhere I have, I love it when I'm prepared and don't even know it. So I've got my cutting board and I've got my grater. So I like to grate zucchini into mine and sometimes yellow squash, although I don't have any today. And the interesting thing is if you grate it if you grate it finely, and you can definitely use a Cuisinart or something, it makes it go way faster, but I don't have one here. So So yeah, so when you grate it, you just like mix it in. If you mix it right into the mozzarella cheese, it's like soft enough and has enough liquid in it that it just kind of blends into the mozzarella and you don't even notice the texture. So like my kids know me now, so like now they can tell, but when I first started doing this, like they had no idea that there was zucchini. And I know like maybe you feel good about hiding veggies in your cheese for your kids, and maybe you like think that's like not a nice thing to do, but whichever, you can tell them it's there or not, but it's really hard to tell or to taste. And so again, for veggie picky kids, it's a really, really great strategy. And actually I did not come up with this, like not take credit. And back way before the pandemic, I volunteered with this awesome organization called Cooking Matters. And what they did is we would teach cooking classes at places where people didn't necessarily have access to good nutrition or didn't necessarily know knife skills or recipes or how to grocery shop on a budget. And there's this amazing nutrition professor who came to the class to sort of share some important stuff about how do you read a nutrition label and things like that. And she said, you know, for her, I think it was grandkids, what she would do is she would make quesadillas and she would grate cheddar cheese and mix it in with grated zucchini, and they would eat it and had no idea that how much nutrients they were getting because her grandkids were really averse to eating vegetables. And so she made that part of like the teaching the class, and I like that's an amazing thing. I'm going to use that. And so that stuck with me for years. And so when I started, you know, making a bunch of lasagnas, that's something that I started to do. Let's see. I want to see if anybody else has. Oh, I list the veggies. Okay, cool. What other? I like vegetable lasagna with white sauce. Susan, so do I. Once upon a time I made there was a family I was delivering to outside of Boston, and the son didn't like red meat, and so I made a chicken Alfredo lasagna with broccoli, and it was so good, so good. If I find the recipe, I'll post it here because it was just amazing. Made his day too. So for the lasagna chefs here, what kind of veggies do you put in your lasagna? I'm curious. Because zucchini is easy to me. I know some people put carrots into their sauce, but I feel like there's got to be other stuff that like works really well in lasagna. Because we do have a lot of vegetarian families who request. So any tips for them on, you know, what they could do? Today is also chicken wing day. Well, if you go to our YouTube channel, you will see a KFC inspired lasagna that uses fried chicken. I'm sure you could use chicken wings and chop those up instead. So we've got that one covered. Angela said chicken Alfredo lasagna with broccoli is my girl's favorite. It's like such a good kid food because it's like mac and cheese with broccoli, but in lasagna form. Michelle uses carrots, zucchini, yellow squash, onion. Susan uses spinach. Susan, when you do spinach, do you just like saute it, chop it up, and do you mix it in with the sauce or the ricotta, or do you do its own layer? Carrots in the sauce and spinach in the bechamel. Ooh, the bechamel is a good idea. Carrots, zucchini, sometimes spinach, mushrooms. Marcia, I love. I'm sorry, Marcia Duggan, right? I love mushrooms, love it. And Susan and Sandy, so a lot of love for mushrooms now. Melanie uses mushrooms instead of beef. It's like true, it has like a really meaty texture. I know like there are places that will use mushrooms instead of like filet or instead of burgers. It's like if you want a vegetarian hamburger, it's like a grilled portobello. It's got like that really rich flavor, and you can make it a little smoky. So that's a great idea. Debbie wants to know, how do you add spinach in the sauce? So I want to know too. Let's see, what else? Well, we'll see. Okay, so in the meantime, so I've got my veggies. Amanda is going to give us the next winner, right? I'm watching on my other screen because I have like a lot of screens here. I also had coffee this morning, and I never drink caffeinated coffee. If you couldn't tell, I've got a lot of energy today, but it's not just the coffee, it's all you guys. Okay, thawed frozen spinach and matchstick carrots in the layers with the ricotta. That's awesome. Okay, any other tips for spinach? Okay, saute the spinach with garlic and then chop up fresh spinach and add to the. So most people are saying that they put the spinach into either the ricotta or into the bechamel. So it's not a separate layer. It's like, thanks, Ashley. She likes my dance. I'll keep doing it. I learned this move from my friend Martina, who I went to school with, and I still can't do it as good as she can. But I actually have a hidden vegetable tomato sauce recipe. Always, oh, Cynthia, please send it to me, or whatever. Send it to me. Post it. Rhiannon at lasagnaLove.org, because I'm always looking for more like ways to get veggies into kids. Because again, lasagna not the most nutritious. All right, so the verdict is spinach, sauteed, chopped, add it to your bechamel or to your ricotta. All right, I see some typing, so I think we have the winner of the spread kindness quote coming up. It's happening. I swear it's happening. And then I will introduce our next guest. We're a little bit early, but that's fine. We like being early. It's better than being late. I guess I'll just dance while I'm waiting. Okay, everybody, if you're sitting, I want you to stand up. If you're already standing, awesome. If you're driving, don't do this. And I want everybody to just like dance with me for a minute. Lasagna love. Woo, sauce, sauce, baby. Bum, 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 banana. That's a reference to last year's NLD video, which if we have time at the end, you'll get to see me dancing in MC Hammer pants. My parents are dancing often. Yes, my parents are here watching the Lasagna-thon in secret in the living room, and they're dancing right now. And I'm trying really hard not to laugh because it's awesome. Okay, you know what? I don't have the winner yet, so I'm just going to talk about our next guest. And when I do have the winner, I'll let you know. So healthy lasagna. There's somebody else joining us today who feels the same way about I do, that about health and like nutrition and getting good nutrients and stuff into people. So we have an amazing special guest, Chloe Parsons. She's a fitness and wellness influencer. She shares realistic weight loss. She shares her own realistic weight loss and fitness journey with the goal of making wellness attainable and relatable for all, which is great because I feel like there's so many people out there who are like, talk about weight loss and talk about fitness, but it's in a way that's not really sustainable or doesn't work for everybody. So something that where it's like, I've been through it myself and I've done it and I know everything that it takes. I just love that. So we will go ahead and add Chloe. Hi, Chloe. It's so good to see you.
Hello, so good to see you.
So I hear you're sharing tips on a healthy lasagna for us. I'm gonna just go ahead and mute myself and stop my video so people are only paying attention to you instead of my awkward dance moves. And I'll just pop back in towards the end to see what you're up to, and you can share everything that you've been doing. So
awesome. That sounds great. I can't wait to see the dance moves though, by the way. So hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and I, over the past few years, have been kind of like on a weight loss and wellness journey. And throughout that time, I lost 60 pounds. But something I was really, really adamant about was still enjoying the foods I love. I didn't want to like remove things from my diet and what I was eating, but I just wanted to kind of tailor my lifestyle a little bit better. And that being said, I love Italian food. I am Greek and Italian, so I definitely grew up in a food-centric household. Every family gathering was food related. So I wasn't gonna give up the food I love, like lasagna, like any pasta, honestly, anything. So something that has been really successful for me and a great way to keep these foods I love, but still kind of work on my wellness journey has been adding veggies to my food and making them more nutritionally dense. So when you make something more nutritionally dense, essentially like you're just getting more bang for your buck, if that makes sense. I love to take my typical meals, add veggies, add a lot of protein, basically keep me fuller, give me more nutrients, etc. So veggies have been a great way to not replace anything in my typical lasagna, but to add. So I'm gonna share some of my favorite veggies that I like to add to lasagna. It works for different tastes, if you like different textures, I'm gonna go through all that. So the first and foremost, this is kind of like the guru of all veggies that you wanna add to something, but you don't really wanna taste it, is spinach. I love adding spinach to just about everything. As we all know, when we cook spinach, it kind of like disappears. So this is really, really great to add to lasagna because one, you're not getting a major flavor profile. You're not totally changing anything. And it really works well in the dish because it gets small, it gets flat, like it's easy. It's not an impediment when you're eating. And when you're eating lasagna, you don't want anything to get in your way. So this is really great. Any leafy green does work. Spinach is my favorite. You can also do kale if you are brave. I am not really that brave, but kale's intense. It's a little bit more better. It's a little bit harder. So I love spinach, but really any leafy green, really, really awesome to add to lasagna. So next, now we're working our way up in terms of like expertise level. Next is zucchini and squash. I have a newfound love for zucchini and squash. These are, before my weight loss and wellness journey, I was not a huge vegetable person. I didn't prioritize veggies, just kind of an afterthought. And since exploring like different vegetables, these have been really good ones. They're great to add to dishes. They're great as a super easy side dish that literally takes no effort. So I love these. They're also really nice seasonally. So like set the scene. If you're hosting a dinner party, you want to make like a nice kind of healthier lasagna, and you have like some zucchini, some squash in the fall, you will be the hostess with the mostest. You'll be eating healthy. And everyone will thank you because they're really good. Next up, this is a fave for me, mushrooms. So mushrooms can be polarizing. I know in my household, my husband is not a mushroom fan, but I am a mushroom fan. So these I will put in just about anything. I am going through literally a container of mushrooms a day sometimes. But these are great. They're either in like bits and pieces or chopped up, really easy to just throw in. But something to consider if you are a texture person and you don't want like to feel like the veggies there, stick with spinach, not mushrooms. But mushrooms, I love a mushroom flavor. I love the texture. So this is really nice. All right, next. This is Italian vibes for me. I grew up on like eggplant parmesan. And so eggplant, it's a go-to. It seems intimidating. Okay, I know, I get it. But what's really great about eggplant is that you can just like chop it really flat and it can kind of meld in with the layers of lasagna. So again, it's one of those things that it does have texture, but it's not obtrusive to your lasagna dish, you know? So I love eggplant. Again, this is something you want to test out. It definitely takes some getting used to when you're cooking. But eggplant is a really, really great and easy way to add to your lasagna, add some veggies. All right, last, this could be controversial as well, carrots. These are just like good, sneaky little veggies like spinach. They just give a little bit more of a crunch, but you can peel them, you can spiralize them. I personally think they create the least offensive veggie noodle. I'm not a veggie noodle girl, but if I were, I think carrots are a good one. They hold a really nice crunch, like I said. They hold great flavor, but when you add them to a lasagna, this also is a little bit aesthetic wise, okay? But they're orange, like they blend in with the lasagna. So for someone who's more mental about like adding veggies into their meals and maybe not a huge vegetable lover, this is nice because it blends right in. You're not seeing like major green or anything like that. So carrots are really good. I want to give an honorable mention too. This is not my favorite, so I didn't buy them. I don't have an example for you, but a lot of people are pepper lovers, and bell peppers are so huge. If you're like looking for lasagna recipes, lasagna dishes, you will find bell peppers in like 95% of them. Red and yellow are the big go-tos that I've seen. So if you are a pepper lover, I like them raw, like with a dip. But if you're someone who likes cooked peppers, adding those to lasagnas, that seems to be really good. You can also do a mix. It doesn't have to be like one lasagna or one vegetable lasagna kind of thing. You can do a really, really nice mix. I've seen also onions being added in for a little bit of extra flavor and pizzazz. So you could take like your spinach, your mushrooms, that's always a nice classic mix, some eggplant too, and put that into one veggie. Or one lasagna. That is such a good way to get a vegetable packed meal. And really it's nutritionally dense. You're gonna be full. You're gonna feel good about yourself because you have some veggies. And it freezes so well too. You can meal prep it for the week. So these are my favorites, and I'm open to interpretation though.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So I've tried most of them. I haven't done peppers and I haven't done eggplant. I never even thought of it, but like purple vegetables are so hard to get in your diet if you're eating the rainbow. So yes. Unless you're making eggplant parmesan, which you can only eat once, like you can only eat that every so often.
Right. That's not an everyday kind of thing.
So can you really taste it? Like it blends in? Because I feel like if it's in lasagna, the texture probably just like kind of melds all together. Exactly.
Yeah. It's, when we eat eggplant, I think a lot in Italian dishes, sometimes it's like fried or, it has a crust. So
or breading.
Exactly. So we're really getting that texture, but like in a lasagna, like you said, because it's cooked in there, baked in, it does blend really, really well. It cuts nicely. And like I said, when you can slice it, you can make it nice and flat, just like your typical lasagna, and it doesn't feel obtrusive to the meal. And I love the eggplant texture too. So if I get some of that, I'm good with it. But it really does blend in nicely.
That's awesome. I'm trying to see if there's any questions for you. Mostly just love like a lot of people love eggplant, so that's cool.
Okay, good. I'm glad because that can be, it's a scary one, like to make at home.
Yeah. So, and then a lot of people agree on the peppers. Green would definitely add to the flavor profile. Carrots are great in sauce. Oh, the natural sweetness. I'd heard that some people do carrots instead of adding sugar if they make tomato sauce from scratch. So yeah, that's probably a good one. Let's see, chopped carrots. So cool. Awesome. Do you have to cook? So one person wants to know, do you have to cook the eggplant prior to putting it in the lasagna, or does it cook enough when you just bake the whole thing together?
So I like to cook it beforehand. Eggplant can be a little bit tricky and it is thick. So I like to just have a fail-safe and cook it beforehand. But it's something you kind of have to test out, and it's also personal preference. Like I said, I like to bake it. We have a Blackstone. So sometimes we'll make it on the Blackstone and, just kind of have all of our veggies laid out. But, test it out, see how you feel, see how you like the texture. I'm a bake before kind of gal.
Cool. And then one last question. So because spinach cooks down so much, how much spinach do you actually buy to cook to add to a lasagna? Is it one of those regular 6-ounce packages, or do you go twice that much?
I am the most basic cook, and I'm just great, a package, I'll buy it. So done. I'm so I just buy one of these packages or even get it in the bag, and I will throw that whole thing in because again, it does cook down so much that if you have less spinach than you need, I feel like that's never an issue. You're still getting a big whole package of spinach. We don't need to get crazy with it. But really you can throw in so much, even if you wanted to do 2 bags, if you're making a bigger serving. But I just take the whole thing and throw it in.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate being here. I know you've got a crazy busy schedule, so I'm glad we were able to get you. And go follow Chloe. Do you want to share where they can find you?
Yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram at average.fitfluencer. I'm also on TikTok at Chloe V Parsons. So I share lots of really easy recipes and things that, you can add to your lifestyle and make wellness attainable, relatable, all that good stuff.
Awesome. So Amanda will go ahead and put those in the comments as well. So if you forget, you can find that and follow her. And we really appreciate you being here, and have an amazing National Lasagna Day.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. So yeah, I mean, the whole conversation we were having before, how do you get veggies into lasagna? Love the tip she had. Never thought of eggplant. I'm absolutely going to try that. Actually, wait, don't I have? Oh, wait, hold on. Stay with me. My mom brought me these, not even knowing that this was going to come up. But these adorable little tiny baby eggplants. Aren't these so cute? So maybe I don't know if I'll have time, but maybe I'll try and chop these up and saute them and throw them in one of the lasagnas today. Cool. So lasagna, spinach, carrots, zucchini, squash, mushrooms, all of it, onions. Eat the rainbow in your lasagna. I do have the winner of the last giveaway. So I just totally missed it. She did send it to me. So this person shared a story in the comments as well. So kindness is when I broke my humerus last month. I had all the women I work out with offer tons of help. They cleaned my house and made me dinner. Can I break something so that somebody will clean my house and make me dinner? Just kidding. So our winner of the kindness tote is Michelle Wright. Congratulations, Michelle. Email Amanda at lasagnaLove.org, and send her your, she might have it, but send her your contact info and your mailing address, and we'll get that shipped out to you from the Lasagna Love store. And then before I skip to, I just want to share a little tidbit, which is Amanda, who I've been talking about all Lasagna-thon. It's actually her birthday today, and instead of going out and having an amazing gourmet birthday lunch or getting her nails done or whatever it is you do on your birthday, she's hanging out with us on the Lasagna-thon, running giveaways. So can everybody give an amazing happy birthday shout out to Amanda in the comments, and just show her some love, because I didn't even wish her happy birthday this morning. I was just do you have all the stuff ready? So Amanda, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Happy birthday. I hope it's filled with things in addition to lasagna. Okay, cool. So speaking of healthy lasagna, I'm now going to go back to the ingredient that is not necessarily the healthiest, but I'm gonna grate my cheese, which I love, and mix it into my brain. Oh, mix it into my zucchini so you can see like how when it mixes, you can't really see it. So I've got Galbani is another one of our amazing sponsors. So they make mozzarella. They make a bunch of different kinds. They make fresh mozzarella. They make block mozzarella that's good for shredding. That's what I have here. They make another kind of mozzarella that's good for slicing. I sliced that this morning for one of the sessions we have later on. They make ricotta. They make pre-shredded mozzarella. So usually I do this in a Cuisinart, but again, don't have one here. So, but oh my gosh, it shreds so easily. Sometimes when you shred mozzarella, it like kind of bunches up at the top and you get like those big thick things and it's hard to do, but this is actually grating really smoothly. Also fresh grated mozzarella just tastes so much better than the bag stuff. Not that I don't use the bag stuff when I make lots of lasagnas, but something about just the not having the preservatives in it or like the powdery stuff, it just tastes a little bit fresher. So Amanda, you're getting a lot of birthday love. So yeah, so so for one lasagna, I use about a pound of mozzarella, which is about usually they come in pound blocks. And then I use between 1 and 2 zucchinis, depending on how big they are. So let's see if I have an extra bowl. So just to show you, like, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but if I take like a little bit of mozzarella and a little bit of zucchini and mix it together, like, I mean, you can barely tell that it's there. And when it melts, the zucchini just kind of turns into what looks like cheese. So super easy way to get veggies into your lasagnas. Oh wow, a bunch of people said, so Sharon uses Galbani ricotta, Marcia uses Galbani ricotta. Let's see who else. Mostly people are just saying happy birthday to Amanda. Thank you. Oh, and there were a bunch of people asking about this shirt. Yes. Yes, you can buy this in the store. I believe it's still, we put it up in June for Pride Month, but I'm pretty sure it's still there. It's one of my favorite Lasagna Love shirts. So I think we have it in, I think it's a unisex, but I'm not positive. But if you go to the listing, it'll tell you. But yeah, it's super fun and festive. And we just like love, we have so many, a bunch of lasagna chefs who identify as LGBTQ+. And so we just love showing our support for all members of our community, no matter who they identify as or anything. So celebrate happy Pride Month 1 month later, or just because you like rainbows, because rainbows are cool. All right, I'm going to finish shredding this cheese. Oof. Okay, so I just got a message. So it looks like the shirt was taken down at the end of Pride Month, but Samantha is going to put it back up. So you should be able to buy it by the end of today, along with the kindness quote, the kindness tote that we just gave away. And I haven't given away anything else. Oh, and the utensil set. The utensils, we only got, I want to say 30 of them. So if you want one of those, I would go get those soon because I think we had already sold 10. My favorite part of shredding mozzarella. There's that. So definitely, if you want one of those, go get them before they sell out. All right, I'm going to set aside my mozzarella and quickly do my ricotta mixture. So I like bechamel lasagna just as much as I like ricotta, but the ricotta is just so easy. So when I can, I know ricotta can get expensive sometime, but when I can, I try and do the ricotta mixture just to save time. And I think, Andre, I think you said we had 10 Galbani coupons also. So why don't we do the same thing we did for Johnsonville? So like the first 10 people to just say, I want a Galbani coupon, put it in the comments and we'll just get those mailed out to you. I think it's for $2 off a Galbani ricotta or mozzarella, but don't quote me on that because I don't have one in front of me. So yeah, first 10 people to comment. Let's see. Many communities have Pride events in September. Cool. We'll keep it back up. And then we're gonna have, let's see, what else do we see? I use Galbani ricotta, yummy and affordable. Yes, it is. Oh man, but okay, so yeah, we know. So the shirt is no longer available, but we will get it put back up. I will let you know as soon as it goes up. Wow, so many people use Galbani ricotta cheese. That's my favorite ricotta. Awesome. Okay, cool. Me too. I love it. So I have my whisk and I'm going to try not to make a mess because it's a little bowl. But I just break up the eggs a little bit and whisk stuff together. And while we're doing this, so we just did the coupon giveaway. which is cool. And actually, in a minute, I'm going to share another video from Chef Marco at Galbani Cheese. So he's going to show how to make lasagna amore, which is lasagna love, but in Italian. So way sexier. So we'll get that going. I will figure out the sound for that one. So please keep telling me in the comments if you can't hear it. And we'll just make it work. And then what else? Oh, so I think right before, we're doing the coupon giveaway, which is awesome. But I have another giveaway for you, because that's just sort of my favorite part of the Lasagna-thon, is being able to give stuff to everybody. If we could give away something to absolutely everybody here, we definitely would. One person says they use half ricotta and half cottage cheese. That's cool. So Amy, tell me why. Does it change the texture or the flavor? And do you still put egg in it if you do half ricotta and half cottage cheese? Because you're not the first person that I've seen mention cottage cheese, but I've personally never tried it because I'm not a huge cottage cheese fan, but I'm wondering if I might like it in lasagna. Okay, cool. So I'll watch for Amy's reply, but here, that's pretty, like just ricotta. And I know a bunch of people will put like fresh herbs or something. Actually, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So we're not talking about them until later, but I just got this as a sample yesterday. It's Shore smoked seasoning. That's amore. Lasagna amore. That's amore. We're sort of in an amore kind of mood. And I made some lasagnas yesterday, and I added this to the ricotta mixture instead of like adding chopped basil or oregano or parsley. And we tasted it, and it tasted amazing. So I think it's got some garlic powder in there as well. And probably add a little bit more, but you can see the little green flecks start to show up. So all right, so now I think we have all of the lasagna ingredients prepped. We've got the noodles, the cheese, the ricotta, the sauce. All right, so giveaway time. So we'll do this giveaway. So we worked so long to get these, and we finally were able to, but it took a lot to figure out how to get them. And that you'd think this would be so simple, but it's not. So we have our very own Lasagna Love lasagna carrier. It has our little logo on there. It can fit 2 trays of lasagna for delivering. So one at the top, one at the bottom, or you can there's like a middle zipper you can zip closed if you just want to carry one and you don't want the extra space. And it has a little pocket on the outside if you want to keep your stickers or your delivery notes or whatever in it, or use it for other casseroles. But I love these. I love these so much. So if you haven't been commenting since the last giveaway, go ahead and throw a happy birthday to Amanda still. Shout out for more love for Galbani or our other sponsors, Pastine, Shore Smoke, all of that. And we will pick one person at random. So Amanda, in about 15 to 30 seconds, we'll close out that, and she'll pick somebody to win a Lasagna Love carrier. And again, if you don't win, those are also available in the Lasagna Love store. And I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Chef Marco from Galbani Cheese. But what I'm going to try this time is I'm going to try changing the audio to not my headphones. And I'm going to head over to the Galbani one. And I'm going to share my screen, mute myself.
Take two, friends.
Welcome to our kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Marco, and this is the Galbani cooking series. Today, lasagna amore. Make it for yourself for dinner tonight. Put it in the freezer. Bring it to a family event. It's simple. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make. And we're going to get started right now with our ricotta cheese. So you want to season up the ricotta cheese with fresh herbs. It doesn't get any better than that. Once you put fresh herbs in that, it just takes your lasagna right over the top. So put our container of ricotta cheese, a little pepper, a little salt. I like a little heat, so I'm going to put some crushed red pepper, some garlic powder. I have fresh parsley. One of my favorites, fresh mint and fresh basil. I'm just going to roll this up, give it a nice chop. The aroma of this fresh herb is just outrageous. Gotta love it. So throwing our fresh herbs in there. We're gonna use some Galbani Parmigiana. And give that a stir. So I took the liberty of taking a pound of ground beef and I browned it up ahead of time. So what I like to do is brown it up. I let it sit so that the grease becomes off to the side. And then I just pull the beef out. That way my lasagna isn't greasy. So see all that grease that kind of just rolls off? And all you really have to do is pull your meat over to the side. If you want to take it off and put it into a strainer, by all means, but just drain it into something like a paper towel, or your garbage, something of that nature. Don't pour it down your drain because then it gets all clogged. Another tip, I'm using a no-boil pasta. The pasta companies couldn't make this any simpler for you. This is just a no-bake lasagna. We're going to use the entire box. And it's very simple. You don't have to boil it. You don't have to peel it apart. You don't have to separate it. But what's going to happen is we're going to start our pan with our tomato sauce. If you make it, Nona makes it, Mama makes it, I'm sure that's the best sauce there is. I'm going to use a jarred sauce today just to show you how simple this is and how fast we can move along with it. So I got the sauce on the bottom, our no-boil pasta on the bottom, or on the top of the sauce. And the moisture from the sauce actually cooks the pasta. So we're going to start off with a layer of macaroni and then a layer of ricotta cheese. Now here's where you can put a lot of the ricotta cheese because this is going to be the base. And I'm going to show you how to keep the base steady. Just when you think there's enough ricotta, you got to put more in. Sorry. Here we go. So we got a nice layer of ricotta cheese. Then we're going to take our black mozzarella. We're going to run it through our box grater. Now this is going to become the holding agent with the ricotta and the macaroni. We're going to grate that whole block eventually. But on the base, we're just going to put our mozzarella. Our mozzarella is going to melt and stick together. Next layer. You repeat this all the way up to the top. So we're going to take our ground beef that we've let all the grease run out of. We're going to layer this onto our cheese. And we're going to repeat it. Once the beef is on the cheese, we're going to repeat that mozzarella stuff one more time. Now, if you don't want to do the meat, you're not eating meat, you want to keep it healthier, you want to use vegetables. I personally roast vegetables at home, and I make a vegetarian lasagna. Give it a press. Now here's where we're going to top it with our sauce. Remember, the liquid from the sauce is going to cook the macaroni. top it with our mozzarella. We got our oven on 350 degrees for 1 hour. So once you remove it from the oven, you uncover it, let it sit for a good 10, 15 minutes, and that'll give the cheese a chance to set up. You just take a knife, you go around the edges, like this. It takes off any sticky part of the lasagna. Then we're gonna cut through it. So I don't know about you guys, this is love. Little Parmesan cheese, some crushed red pepper, living la dolce vita, the authentic Italian way with Galbani cheese. Make this tonight.
All right, so that's the recipe for lasagna more from Chef Marco at Galbani Cheese. It's funny because you would think after 2 years of making lasagna, I should be tired of it, right? And yet I am not. I could still eat it all the time for dinner. So for those of you who are lasagna chefs, I'm actually curious, do you still eat lasagna or are you like lasagna?
I didn't think it, yeah, my family won't eat it anymore, but I will. I will all the time for days. All right, let's see. Put this up. How do I get out of here? There we go. Okay, cool. Mangia la dolce vita. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Anne. Oh yeah, I mix my meat with my sauce. So Hannah, I do too. I'd never seen just the meat on its own in one layer, but it makes it a little bit easier than like cooking the meat in with a sauce. So I'll have to try. Actually, I might even try that today because I haven't done the meat in with the sauce yet. Anyone else getting hungry? I am starving. I'm going to eat the whole pile of Galbani cheese when no one's looking. Growing up, it was always my choice for birthday dinner. I love it. I also know a lot of people that do lasagna as their Christmas dinner. I remember last year around Christmas time, so many people were like, yep, this is what I eat. This is what I eat on Christmas Eve, which I think is great. Cool. All right, let's see. Learn something new. Love lasagna. Loving experimenting with different. I forced my family to eat lasagna at least once a week. Amanda, I love you. Mine, I think, would quit. They would quit being my family. I don't eat it a lot for health reasons, also true. But with all those vegetables that Chloe talked about, maybe, I mean, you're still eating a bunch of cheese, but you can get gluten-free pasta, or I've started sometimes doing slicing lasagna or slicing zucchini, like probably like what's that, like a little less than a 1/4 inch thick, and using that instead of the pasta noodles. So you use your zucchini for pasta noodles, and between that and like the tomato sauce, and if you go a little easier on the cheese, it actually turns into, I mean, it's not like carb free, but actually I think technically it is carb. It's carb. Well, you still have the cheese, but it's much, much healthier. Let's see. Oh, and it says we will share the video and recipe on our Instagram and Facebook later today, so you can watch Chef Marco again. He's so lovely. That's amore. I want to sing that every time I see him. I'm not really sure why. Let's see. Mary Eileen uses regular noodles because there's more in the box. Also true. I never counted before, except for last night. I had no boil noodles that I was using for something because I didn't want to use up my pastine because I wanted these pretty boxes to be sitting here. But then when I boiled my pastine noodles this morning, there were so many more in the box than the no boil, and the no boil always cost more. So, fun fact. You notice he did not use no boil, and he did not boil them. Cynthia uses gluten-free pasta. Cool. Yeah, go for it. All right, let's see where I am. So it's 1:05. So I'm a little bit behind, but not too bad. All right, and let's see, Amanda told me who won the carrier. Molly 41779, you won the lasagna carrier. I don't know if you're a lasagna chef, but if you also want the car magnet to put on your car while you're doing deliveries in your lasagna carrier, let Amanda know because we can send one of these too. So email amanda@lasagnalove.org with your name and your mailing address, and she'll make sure that carrier gets out to you, and just let her know if you'd like a car magnet too. If you're not a lasagna chef, cool, no worries. You can still put the car magnet on your car or just say you want just the carrier. We're happy to make you happy. And also you put in the comments if you want the car magnet too, because then I'll know and I can just tell her. Ironically, Kendra's getting lasagna day. Woo! All right, congrats to Molly. Amanda, if you can filter the comments, there's somebody on here doing some inappropriate things. So let me see if I can do it. Remove. How do I actually put user in timeout? Bye-bye. Thank you. Cool. All right, let's see. So Molly, you will get a car magnet and a carrier. Awesome. If you didn't win, but you do want to buy one, the car magnets are also on our site, as are the car magnet, as are the lasagna carriers. That's what I was trying to say. So lasagnalove.org/shop. You can get these t-shirts that everybody loves with the rainbow. You can get the lasagna carriers. You can get the car magnets. You can get the awesome Feed Families, Spread Kindness, Strengthen Communities, Mission Kitchen set. And you can then do my little dance in the kitchen. And what else have we done so far that we have in the store? I think that's it. All right, cool. On to the next thing. So now I'm ready to assemble my lasagna. So I think I mentioned I have two. So I'm going to make one for us. And then I am going to make one. I already have two in the fridge, and then I'm going to make an extra one to deliver. So I'm just going to do like a quick assembly. And use the meal Henry pans. So they've been such an amazing partner to us for over a year now. Anytime we sort of need like a giveaway or a gift for somebody, they're always there supporting us. So we will do a giveaway for one of those shortly. I am not in the right order. Okay, let me set these aside for a minute. First thing, so you don't burn your, I think Chef Marco did this, but so you don't burn your noodles onto the bottom, always start with a little bit of sauce. So we're using ragu sauce today. They're another one of our amazing National Lasagna Day partners. So they have been helping us with our second goal. So our first goal, 100 new kindness ambassadors. If you haven't already done it, please go sign up to be a kindness ambassador. Even just $7.29 a month in honor of today, 7/29 National Lasagna Day, makes a huge difference. The less time that we have to spend figuring out how to raise funds, the more time we can spend figuring out how to get more lasagnas to the families who need them. So our monthly supporters, they just like let us just forget about it. It's so amazing. And we're going to start doing some like exclusive for our content and stuff for our kindness ambassadors. So definitely, if you're not a lasagna chef, if you don't like to cook, you don't know how to cook, you don't want to cook, but you do want to support our mission, please go sign up. But our second goal for National Lasagna Day is to get 1,000 new lasagna chefs into our community. And Ragu is helping us hit this goal. It's amazing because we actually already did hit the goal. We have over 1,000 new chefs that have joined our community this month, but that doesn't mean that we can't have more. We're always looking to welcome more people into the Lasagna Love family. So if you're watching this, if you're not, even if you're a lasagna chef, if you're watching this right now, I want you to go post on your own social. I want you to text a friend, call a friend, see if they'd be interested in becoming a lasagna chef. And if you use the link lasagnalove.org/ragu, RAGU, as long as supplies last, they will get a free thank you kit from Ragu. So that's how they're partnering with us for this day, is they're sending out these amazing thank you boxes to people who sign up through that little site. So post how much you love Lasagna Love, post that you're watching the Lasagna-thon, post that there's this weird person doing crazy dance moves, sometimes holding a spoon and a rainbow shirt, whatever it is that you think your friends would think was funny or exciting. Share one of the kindness stories that we've heard on this feed, or share your own kindness story about why are you even watching today? Just share that authentic story about you, and put that tag lasagnalove.org/ragu and let them know if they sign up to be a lasagna chef today or this weekend. Well, as long as we have enough thank you boxes, they will get a free thank you kit from Ragu as a thank you for joining our community and helping to feed families in their own community. So they're awesome. So that's why I'm using Ragu sauce today. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sauce at the bottom, not too much, just enough to like coat the bottom so that you don't burn. And how am I on time? Ooh, I am behind. All right, cool. So I am going to make this while talking to let me just see. Steph, I think you said I'm going to talk about our next person. So speaking of tomato sauce, so Christy Wilson is a registered dietitian, and she will be joining us representing another one of our amazing partners, Tomato Wellness. And she's going to talk about tomatoes because tomato wellness. But I like to do these giveaways like in between stuff. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway for the Emile Henry pan. So while you're going and posting on social, also comment here. And then Amanda will pick somebody and you'll get this awesome Emile Henry pan. And also, oh, Christy, you're already here. Amazing. Okay. So also comment below, what do you want to know from Christy about tomatoes? And if we have time after she shares all of her awesome stuff, we'll see if there's time for questions. So I will keep an eye on the comments. But Christy, we are so excited to have you.
Hi, thank you.
I always thought of lasagna as like a comfort food, but not particularly healthy. But I know you're big on the health benefits of tomatoes. So just tell us all about it.
Yes, great. Well, thank you for having me. I'm Christy. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm here in Tucson, Arizona. We're actually like a little cloudy today, which is odd, but welcome. Yeah, so I've got my, so yes, I'm here in partnership with Tomato Wellness. Oh, there's my timer. And the Tomato Wellness Council promotes the whole USA canned and jarred tomato products industry. So we want to encourage people to use ingredients that are not only healthy, but also budget friendly, and definitely canned tomatoes fall into this category. So I've already started here. I've got one in the oven, a lasagna already prepared, but I've got a turkey sauce that I'm making. So, lean turkey is a good alternative to other types of meats. You could easily also make this vegetarian because we've got a lot of vegetables going on. So we've got some shredded carrot, celery, mushrooms. Sauces like this are a great opportunity to add in a lot of vegetables into the sauce. And so we're definitely including our canned tomatoes. So I've learned from the Tomato Wellness folks that some people might be a little skeptical as to what's in the can, if it's healthy, but as you can see here, nothing but tomatoes going in. So I add that right into the meat sauce in addition to a jarred tomato sauce. So when those tomatoes are, steamed in the can, in this case, in these diced tomatoes, there are certain antioxidant properties that actually increase. For instance, there's a carotenoid. I'm getting a little sciencey here for a minute.
I love science.
So it's called lycopene, and it does have antioxidant properties. And most people are familiar with that term. Antioxidants help to naturally protect our body against diseases, including cancer, including heart disease, diabetes. So the bioavailability, or the ability of our body to use this wonderful antioxidant containing compound increases. So there is actually, some added health benefits when you're consuming canned tomatoes, which I think a lot of people might find really interesting.
So sorry, say that again. Is it the canning that increases the lycopene, or it's the heating that happens as part of the canning? Because I never would have thought of that. Usually, you think about cooking kills stuff in that's like healthy in vegetables.
Right. So if you do, if you cook, for instance, raw tomatoes, you will actually, as you heat it, you'll see the color get brighter. And so same thing happens with other vegetables too. I can think of like broccoli. It gets a little brighter there before before you overcook it.
Which I do all the time by accident.
So that's actually something that happens in that steaming process in the can. And plus, comparing it to for a second to fresh tomatoes, which are of course always healthy. Canned tomatoes are picked or harvested at their peak in flavor and nutrition, and so they go from farm to cannery and are canned in the cans that we find at the grocery store in a matter of a few hours. So they're actually that it locks in all that flavor and nutrition. It's budget friendly, it's ready when you are, it has a long shelf life, and in fact is even fresher than most of the fresh stuff we get at our grocery store.
Yeah, that I didn't know, because you think about with produce, unless you're buying like super hyper local, the produce you buy in stores often
at a farmer's market,
slightly unripe and then shipped. So that's also super. I never even thought about that. And I've been making lasagna for 2 years.
Yeah, and the average time that a fresh tomato will kind of go from farm to store is over 2 weeks most of the time. So we're talking
Is it
about
really that
hours?
long? Oh my goodness.
Hours versus weeks. So you're really at an advantage.
That's awesome. What else should we know about tomatoes? So lycopene, antioxidants, picked fresher. So if it's picked fresher, it probably has a higher like density of nutrients. Is that true?
Yes.
If they're canned,
including that, especially that lycopene, which we really, is a big point. But you also get vitamin C. A lot of your red hued fruits and vegetables will have vitamin C. So that's actually another, also has antioxidant properties. I think a lot of us think of, when we're sick, we need more vitamin C. So definitely, and comparable to other foods that, might be more obvious that we talk about in the conversation of vitamin C. So,
right.
And that vitamin C also helps us absorb iron that we get from meats, that we get from vegetable products like beans, lentils. So it works in harmony with other foods and their nutrition. So you're really adding a lot of nutrition when you're adding jarred tomato products and canned tomato products, as well as fiber, which we all know is good for our gut, good for blood sugar management. So it's an affordable, convenient, healthy addition to so many different foods. Canned tomato products are so versatile.
That's awesome. So yeah, it sounds like what it's if you especially, well, I don't know if turkey has a high content of iron, but I usually use like a ground beef in my lasagna. So having that vitamin C alongside the ground beef might help with the absorption of that.
They work
of the
in
iron.
harmony. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, so that goes also for tomato paste as well. So all of these, I know that the word processed sometimes gets a bad reputation, but unless we're canning them ourselves, they are, and even if we are, those are considered processed because they're not fresh.
Right. There's one question here. Is there any difference in whole tomatoes versus diced tomatoes if you're buying them in the can?
Nope. It's just kind of like preference, structure. So nutritionally, though, they're all kind of processed similarly.
Awesome. Let's see. And then somebody said they make sure to use agave to balance the acid in the tomatoes. Is that just for flavor, or is that also like if you're sensitive to acid? Is there anything you can do to help sort of cut that in your stomach?
Well, with the agave, that would heighten the sweetness of the natural sweetness of the tomatoes. So there's that. As far as balancing or kind of tolerating, well, tomatoes are acidic. The cooking process can help to, for better tolerance. And also eating it with, in combination with other foods can help. Portion size, makes a difference too if you're really sensitive. Some people have a threshold, like they can tolerate a certain amount, and then sort of once they hit that
That's
point, it can be, just have the antacid on hand.
Awesome. Cool. Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing all of your tomato wisdom with us.
You're welcome.
Where can people find you if they want to get more advice on like healthy stuff in general, or healthy tomato usage, or where can they find you at?
Yeah, so my website is christywilsonnutrition.com, and I have let me bring it out now that I'm here. My recipe for my turkey spinach tomato lasagna, which is all, TV magic. I mean, when it works, it's great. So what I've done to add in extra vegetables, not only to the sauce that's simmering here, but also into the ricotta layer, is I added some frozen spinach, which is such a bargain at the grocery store. We all are spending more at the grocery store. That's a fact. So using, canned produce like tomatoes, using frozen produce like this frozen spinach that I've added in here is really a great way of boosting the nutrition in a food that like you said, it kind of has a reputation of maybe not being so healthy, but it absolutely can be.
I'm starting to be converted. I've always talked about it as like, not the healthiest food, but it's comfort food. It's a warm hug. But yeah, you really, if you think about all the, now knowing everything I know from you and just thinking about all the veggies you can put in, I'm going to start lobbying that lasagna can be considered a health food.
Absolutely. Just like pizza, just like, any of our favorite foods. Kind of find that opportunity to add in some more nutrition this way.
Cool. Well, your lasagna looks beautiful. And I love your shirt.
Thank you. All right.
Yay, tomato wellness. Cool. So Amanda will put all the links below of where you can follow Christy if you want to learn more about healthy recipes and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. And for those of us who are following us can use that hashtag put the love in. Yeah, there's that contest tied to it. So
I was about to talk about that, but I can do that with you here. So Tomato Wellness has partnered with us and Emile Henry. So they're doing a bunch of giveaways. So if you head over to Instagram and like Christy said, follow the hashtag put the love in. You'll see a bunch of different contests that you can enter to win an Emile Henry pen, which is what we're about to give away, and some other cool stuff from us. But you also can go to the Tomato Wellness page at Tomato Wellness. Amanda will put this in the comments as well. They have a contest going on with us to win one of the pans and some Lasagna Love swag. They're going to be announcing the winner on Monday. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're so grateful to them for all of their support and for just spreading the love on tomatoes. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, I hope that lasagna is going to either your family or to another family.
Oh, yes.
who needs it today. And happy National Lasagna Day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, Christy.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. So many things that I had no idea that, because I've heard of lycopene before, but I had no idea that tomatoes were so high in lycopene. And cool that cooking brings them out because it makes me all of a sudden it makes tomato sauce just that much healthier. So let's see, Christy. So yeah, Amanda put at Christy Wilson Nutrition at Tomato Wellness, hashtag put the love in, go check it out, win more fun stuff, celebrate National Lasagna Day. What am I supposed to be doing right now? I'm supposed to be announcing the winner. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. So the Emile Henry Pan winner is Jennifer German. Jen, go ahead and email Amanda at lasagnalove.org with your name and address, and she will get an Emile Henry lasagna pan. I'm laughing because Jen is one of our amazing volunteer leaders. She handles more things than I even know that she handles, and she does it all just out of the love of her heart and the love for Lasagna Love. So excited that she's won. But if you still want to win one, again, go check out that hashtag at put the love in, or go to the Tomato Wellness page at Tomato Wellness. And I think that they're giving away one, and then they have 10 of their influencers that they're working with who are all doing contests. That's tons and tons and tons of chances to win an Emile Henry pan. So I'm going to do something really cool and different shortly, but I have two things I got to do first, and I'm 8 minutes behind. So third goal for National Lasagna Day is 10,000 lasagnas delivered. We have delivered 6,464 so far. So we have another few thousand scheduled this weekend, but we do need your help to get there. So if you have not delivered a lasagna, or if you have one, if you're a chef and you have one, a match, try and deliver it by Sunday. If you don't have a match, just go deliver one anyway. Make one, deliver it to a friend, a family member, the police station, somebody that you know who works at a hospital. Call a local. Sometimes shelters will take things made in a home kitchen. Sometimes they won't. Call and ask first. But somebody in your community wants a lasagna hug. So find out who they are, deliver it, and let us know about it, and we will count your delivery towards that. Amanda, you can probably put the like self-reported lasagna in the comments. So if you are going out and even if you're not a chef, if you are making a lasagna in honor of National Lasagna Day and you are giving it to somebody who needs that love and comfort, please tell us about it. Because if we inspired you to go do that, we would love to count that towards our 10,000 people, our 10,000 lasagnas delivered. And I want to give a huge thank you to Carrabba's for donating 2,000 lasagnas from their corporate restaurant locations all over the country, and to our local leaders for getting those lasagnas to the places that need them. It's Friday night, so if you don't have dinner plans already, go out and celebrate National Lasagna Day at your local Carrabba's or order in. They're donating 10% of sales today on all their lasagna entrees and their lasagna bundles to us, to Lasagna Love. So if you go to carrabbas.com and click on order now, You can celebrate National Lasagna Day with a lasagna dinner, and one that you didn't have to turn on your oven for, because I know it's crazy hot in some parts of the country today. And I was hoping to do a quick check-in with one of our volunteer leaders. So I think Lauren, if you're there, would love to have you hop on. Let's see if she's available, because I'm a little late and I hope she didn't already do the pickup. Let's see, staff, is Lauren still around? And if not, totally okay. My fault for being a little bit behind, because she was there 10 minutes ago. Let's see. Oh, it says she's coming. So Lauren is one of our amazing volunteer leaders. She's at a Carrabba's right now doing a pickup. And it says she's connecting to audio. So let's see if we can hear her. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. We're currently picking up our lasagnas at Carrabba's. I have a volunteer with me.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to the Lasagna-thon. Which Carrabba's are you picking up from?
So we are in Cherville, Indiana. So we're about 35 minutes outside of Chicago in Indiana.
Awesome. And how many lasagnas are you picking up?
So we picked up 10 today. We are not delivering today. We actually have our event tomorrow. So we're actually partnering with a local church. They do a Saturday program twice a month, and they give out sack lunches. So instead of their sack lunch, we're using our lasagnas.
Oh, awesome.
So we're doing lasagna, summer salad, watermelon, a dessert, and a roll. So like I said, we're not doing it today, but we are picking up today. So our event is tomorrow.
Awesome. That's so many more. So is it 10? It's more than 10 families that are going to get fed then, it sounds like, if it's an event. How many people do you think will be there?
So we're feeding 80 people. And then on top of that, so the event is till 12 o'clock or 12:30. Okay. And then we are combining backlog. So we have quite a bit of a backlog right now. So from 12:30 to 1, we do have people from our backlog picking up lasagnas as well. And
awesome.
They are not these lasagnas, but we do have a supply from our volunteers that we will be handing out.
Awesome. And so you said, you have a big backlog, which probably means there's parts of Indiana where you don't have enough volunteers. Do you want to give so if anybody watching this, where do you most need volunteer chefs to help out?
Lake County.
In case. Where?
So we are in Lake County, Indiana.
Lake County, Indiana. All right. If you are watching this and you are in Lake County, Indiana, the call has been made.
So back in the month of June, we had 2 weeks where we had over 40 requests come in. So that was a bit of a surprise, and it kind of took us back. But we've played catch up. We've cut that in half the last week and a half, 2 weeks now. So it was a pretty big number, but we're on the right track. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate you making the time when you're middle of your pickup. So say hello to everybody at Carrabba's from us, and happy National Lasagna Day.
Yeah, happy National Lasagna Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. So amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick switch because I know I'm behind and it's my fault. So this next guest, I'm excited, but also a little nervous because you'll figure it out. She's amazing. So we're going to be cooking with Desiree. She's the co-founder of FoodTokTV, and you can find her at Cooking Comedy Chaos on social media. She's amazing. She's hilarious. She's going to teach me how to make a lasagna bowl. I promise I'm going to be a disaster, but I'm going to give it my best. These are done, so I'm just going to set them down over here while Desiree logs in and grab all of my supplies. And hopefully I got everything that she told me to get. So let's see. I've got my ricotta mixture. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, am I in the right size? Can you see me right?
You're like this, but I can cook like this though. I can try it.
Is this better?
That's better.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure what we were doing. What's up, Buttercup?
How's it go? Oh, I was hoping you would call me Buttercup. You just made my whole day.
Listen, Linda's had 2 spicy V8s and 3 cups of coffee, so we were ready to go.
And I've had my first caffeine in 8 years. So you and we are a good match today. I was just saying, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to keep up with you, but I think I have everything you told me to get. I have these, so I only have mini bundt pans. Is this going to be a problem?
No, you can do whatever. I've never made this before until this morning.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So we're in this together.
No, it's okay if we're both a little nervous. It's all right.
All right. Awesome. So All y'all in the comments, just share some love, laugh with us. I have no idea what's about to happen, but tell me what to do.
All right. So, hi, I'm Cooking Comedy and Chaos. I'm like on social media and stuff. And I have this friend, Linda. She's right here. You probably can't see her because she lives in my head, but she likes to destroy things when we cook. So today, we're going to be making a lasagna bowl for technically my second time ever, but it's Rhiannon's first time. So I've already got all of my stuff prepped and ready to go for the build part. So if you want to do like cook up your what am I thinking of? Cook up your meat stuff and season it up. And I'll show you what I got going on because we only have, what do we have, 20 minutes?
Yeah, a little less, but yeah, right around there. We'll make it work.
Okay, so you do your part, and Rhiannon's basically gonna be doing like the build stuff of lasagna. And I've got my stuff ready to go. I have some Johnsonville Italian sausage and ground beef and ragu.
Me too.
And it's seasoned with that's amore from Shore Smoke and some onions and yeah, that's it. Okay. So anyways, she's building. I'm going.
Hold on, back up. I did get it in time.
Oh yeah, so
Check it
that's
out.
what you did. You love it. I
It
heard
came
you talking about it. It's
All right,
so
I'm gonna add
good.
it.
Like I just sometimes I just melt butter and put this in there and just eat it with bread. Don't say that. Don't say
You
that.
already,
Okay,
you did. Sorry, Linda.
Right. So I gotta go and I gotta oil this pan. Do not forget to oil it. The TikTok videos don't even show you that part. But I was like, that would be a train wreck if we don't oil it.
Okay, I've got my pastine olive oil. I'm gonna use my hand because I forgot paper towels.
That's
It's gonna
okay.
be fine.
That's all right. So we got for this, you gotta cook the lasagna noodles. So we got, look at that.
Look how prepared I am. Look at this.
Good, you got it,
I was like,
girl.
I should probably not touch them to my hair because it's a food safety thing, but
Doesn't it look like, don't you feel like what's that?
yeah,
Rumpelstiltskin?
Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann, right?
That's it, the pigtails. You just okay. That means that this is gonna be magical. When you can play with your food and have fun, it's gonna be a good dish. Okay, so we're gonna start lining these things in the bowl. And the first one you put in, you want it to
Oh God.
I don't know, go a little bit over half the bowl, just like that.
You told me buttkin, but you have a glass. This is gonna be all right. We're making it up.
Well, because I couldn't find my button can.
All right. I do not
Linda
trust this
doesn't
house.
bake, so those utensils always come up missing.
So can
Okay,
it can be over it should be over the side, right? Over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
end.
You want to lay it over the side, and then we're gonna layer the lasagna noodles on just like that. You're just like
To be
at an
clear,
angle.
this is not going to a family. This is going to be our lasagna because I don't know how this is going to turn out. Wow, I'm going to run out of.
We're gonna find out. Did all your lasagna noodles glue together? Mine did.
You see what I did is I put them on parchment. I laid them out one by one and put them on parchment with olive oil this morning. Because otherwise,
that one.
Yeah, well, next time.
Next time.
There's not going to be a next time. Whoa. All right. This was artistic at the beginning and now it's less artistic, but we're just gonna keep going for it. You said to overlap them about a third of the way, half of the way?
Yeah, just
ish.
I'll show you what I got going on so far. Can you see mine where it's meh?
Yeah. Okay.
Just
cool.
like that.
I think I'm there.
It's gonna look like a beautiful, I don't know what it's gonna look like. I haven't taken the other one out of the pan. We're gonna see how that works.
We really don't know how. We've really never done this before.
Did we really just trust Linda?
But I've seen it on Instagram, so it's totally possible.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, all right.
They're a little sticky. Yeah, we're just loading them in there. So I got some good news for you, friend.
What's that?
So over on Instagram and TikTok, I have this friend. He's in Pittsburgh with me, and he does cooking content. His name is Wheel of Cookbooks.
Nice.
And when I first posted on my TikTok that I was coming on here to play with you, he did a video and he was like, hey, anybody that donates to Lasagna Love, I'll match donations up to $1,000.
What?
So we were able,
That's amazing.
Yeah. So we were able to raise $500. So there will be $1,000 getting donated to Lasagna Love today for the total.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Thank you, Wheel of Cookbooks.
Tell him thank you. Wheel of Cookbooks. I don't even know you, and I'm going to give you a big virtual hug.
Yeah. I'm like, when he told me, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna cry right before this live. Don't do that to Linda. Okay, look how beautiful that looks, girl. Look at that.
Yours is beautiful. Mine looks like an octopus that did something wrong. But it's fine. It's fine. It'll all be fine.
It's okay. You know what the best part about this recipe is we're showing them 2 different ways to do it. They both may not even work, but it's just fun to try.
But we now have 100 or an increased chance of one. All right, what's next?
Okay, so now we need to drop some cheese in there. Some mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella cheese?
Yeah.
All right,
and
I've got my Galbani.
Huh?
Ooh, I probably should have put a cooking or a cutting board down first.
That's okay. Wait, where you?
Don't want to get cheese on this poor man's nice, beautiful stove. Okay. How much cheese?
I don't know. However, until your heart is happy.
My heart's happy. How's your heart?
Okay. So then we're gonna build our lasagna.
Okay.
And you're gonna do your meat, your cheese, and then like your leftover noodles that you have. You're just gonna tear them up and place them in there.
So is there only one cheese layer in this?
No, you're gonna do. I don't know. We'll probably get 2 layers in it.
Okay, cool. Otherwise, because if there's only one layer, my heart is no longer happy. But if there's gonna be a second, I think we're good.
Linda would never do that to you.
Thank you, Linda.
I wouldn't stand for it. So I'm throwing in. I did ricotta, egg, some mozzarella, and some amore in my egg in my cheese mix.
Okay, I did not put the amore in this one yet. I put it in the other one, so I got to add that. Woo. I did put it in the meat sauce.
Unicorn.
Now we got it everywhere. Okay, so I've got my cheese, my meat sauce. Now I'm doing ricotta.
Yeah, and
there's
then you're
no chance this is gonna fit. Mini bun pan fail. It's fine. It's totally fine. Totally fine.
I wish we had a close up of your food right now. I like octopus.
I can show you. All right, guys.
It's so beautiful though. Listen, broken crayons still color the same, okay?
That is true. That is true.
So then,
all right. So now more cheese?
Yeah, you can do more cheese. I'm breaking up lasagna noodles to put them in there.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Linda talks her own language, and I tried to tell her earlier that we were going to say the right words today. She's
cool.
not listening.
Sorry. So after the ricotta, break up lasagna noodles, and then we'll do another layer.
Yeah, if you can fit it in there. Oh, I forgot the cheese mixture.
I hope all y'all are having fun watching this.
Son of a muffin.
Picasso, I like it. Thank you, Amanda. And also thank you to Lindsy Girk, the Instagram influencer who I obsessively follow because she makes me feel better about being a mom, because that's where that came from. Picasso, I like it. Inside joke.
No, and that trend was going around on TikTok. I was like, everybody's getting in on this one.
Oh yeah.
Majestic art. Mine is only going to hold 2 layers.
Mine's not even going to hold 2 layers. So you're ahead of me. Mine's going to hold 1 and then a fake layer that we're just going to force in here and tell it to, oh, I was supposed to do cheese first. That's okay. It's fine. It's all going to melt.
I forgot my cheese too. Now I got to put it on top of my ricotta.
See?
It's
all right, it's on top of my sauce. It's Linda's fault. It's always Linda's fault. I need an alter ego that I can blame things on. That's a great idea. We should come up with a name for her. All right, cool. Ricotta,
and every unicorn needs a horn, so I'm gonna sprinkle some amore right on top. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I'm not exactly sure how you're gonna do yours, but basically, you just need to fold your lasagna noodles in, starting with the last one that you did, and you're gonna cut them right at that halfway point, halfway across your lasagna.
I gotta cut them?
Yeah, with just like a knife.
Yeah, I'm gonna use scissors or I'm gonna make a mess. Okay. Because but I have 2. I've got the bundt pan inside and the outside. So what do I do? Do I fold them both?
Fold the one from outside in and then layer the ones from top over it to secure it a little bit.
Fold the one from out. Okay, cool. Awesome.
I
had pepperoni. Did we end up not using pepperoni?
Oh crap! Buttercup! You weren't supposed to remind me. Listen.
It's like,
I'll get your pepperoni and put it on top.
I'm gonna unfasten mine. All right, cool. All right, so just like a ring, a layer.
Just so we know, there is definitely no pepperoni in the TV magic one.
Okay, this is your addition. I like it.
Linda forgot that part. Okay, so we're gonna cover it
Oh,
up.
now it's looking pretty. Way cleaner with this on top than with the ricotta.
Everybody,
I'm hiding my mess.
eyes first.
I hope that's true.
I forgot
Actually,
to
I'm
tell
not
you
sure I
more
hope that's
good
true.
news.
Tell me more
So,
good news.
Nicole from Shore Smoke, she's been watching the whole lasagna-thon. And so first of all, she signed up to be a lasagna chef and she texted me her first match and I cried. I was like, oh my gosh,
I
you're
do
amazing.
that all the time still. Oh,
It's just, it makes you feel good, you know? And so she did that. And then we talked right before this live.
okay.
And they want to do a giveaway because, you know, everyone was giving stuff away and it made them happy.
Awesome.
So
We're into it.
the first 5 people that place an order at Shore Smoke Seasonings are going to get a free sample pack, and those are valued at $25.
Woo!
So you're going to get to try all their seasonings. And if you want to place an order, use code lasagna when you do that. And it also gives you 15% off. And then 5% of your sales are donated back to Lasagna Love.
Oh, amazing.
It's a win-win, man. And Shore Smokes, I'm telling you, they're like unicorn seasonings.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the smell. I love the taste. I kind of just want to lick it out of the bottle, but I won't, at least not when everybody's looking.
I mean, I would never judge you. So
that's good because we as an organization are zero judgment. And I appreciate that we're zero judgment about things like licking spice bottles and not just like why somebody might ask for help, because those are equally important. And cool. So Amanda, so go ahead and put the is it shoresmokeseasonings.com?
yes.
Okay. So go ahead and put that in there with the code. You said use code lasagna.
Yep, lasagna for 15%
All
off
right.
and 5%
For
donation. And that code will
cool.
be good until August 1st.
Until August, you have all weekend to place an order, but if you do it
Not
soon,
August
it sounds
1st.
like
I'm sorry. August 31st. My bad.
August
my bad.
31st. August 31st. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right.
They're
so you have
pretty
all
awesome
month.
people.
But if you want one of the free sample boxes, I guess get on it now.
Get on it now.
Before they're
'cause
gone.
It's going to be the first 5 people that use the code lasagna with their order that'll get the sample packs.
All right. And I have not been looking at comments at all because I'm like dealing with my octopus, but let's what are people saying? I'm gonna okay. So
Lasagna bombs, we break
wow.
out under the sea.
A lot of people think we're hilarious.
Sorry.
There's a lot of crying, laughing faces. I hope it's more laughing than crying. I hope we're not making them sad. This is the best. Well, my next question was going to be, what's your favorite part of the lasagna-thon? I think we now know. The pepperoni. I don't think I've ever heard crap and buttercup in the same sentence. Love you, from Lori Barnes. Okay, cool. So unfasten her lasagna. I mean, this is great. People love it. They're excited to try Shore Spice. So Amanda's posting all the links here, but also on our Facebook. This is like Abbott and Costello. That may be the best compliment of my life. How are you done already?
Because Linda, she don't play.
Well, but all right, fine. I'm doing it. I'm gonna stop reading the comments.
I wish
I'm
everybody
doing
could see what the bottom of this looks like. It's so beautiful.
Oh, I want a clear dish. I don't think they make clear bundt pans though. All right, me and my
somewhere
scissors
has it.
coming
Have
in
you
last.
seen the clear pots and pans that you can boil in?
No,
I wouldn't
that
trust
sounds really
it, though.
dangerous.
If
Yeah.
you've ever
All
had
right.
Pyrex explode on you, you have trust
I-
issues.
I have. It imploded on the
It's
top
scary.
of my stove. It was terrifying. Terrifying.
It's not something I would ever want to do.
All right.
So I'm gonna put this in the oven on 350 for like 30 minutes and get my mozzarella cheese. See, look how beautiful it is. Oh my God, you did so good, Rhiannon.
I'm a fast learner. Sometimes.
All right, so we're putting these in
Sometimes
the
I get
oven.
lucky.
Oh,
All
you
right,
want to
cool.
top yours with mozzarella cheese so your nudes don't burn.
Oh, good point. Okay. More mozzarella.
They didn't have that in the video, and I was like, yeah, those noodles are pretty dry. Oh crap, what are you doing? Okay, my bad. You're definitely want to put this on a parchment lined pan before you put it in the oven. I just made a big mistake.
That's a good point. Okay, all right, we got our the noodles can go away. We're all done with those. I have a pan. I do have parchment. I have,
Well, the parchment's just for easy cleanup.
yeah, and these are not my pans, and so easy cleanup is the name of the game.
Yeah, I like it. Linda likes a good shortcut.
Does this look, is this like what it's, whoa, it's oiled, so that's not careful. Okay. Yeah.
Look how beautiful.
All right, is that good?
You are a unicorn. That's a unicorn. I guarantee it. It's gonna be a unicorn. Yes! Oh my God.
I can still hear you. I'm just gonna throw it in the oven.
Okay, don't throw it. You want to gently slide it because throwing it could get a little messy.
Don't spoil my fun. All right, I gently slid it into the oven. Cool. Desiree,
okay,
you are amazing. Let me see
have
it.
TV magic.
Oh, whoa.
We already have one done, but it's in a different bowl because I'm not fancy like Food Network. I don't have like 4 of the same bowl. Who does that? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna see. I already took a butter knife and went around it to like remove any type of stickiness.
Okay.
So we're gonna see if this works. Wait, we're not gonna do that. That's a bad idea. It's leaking juice. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna see if this actually works. Okay. Now I'm Lebanese, so I'm pretty good at this flippy thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. That's that. No, you're gonna squeeze all over my floor.
Let me say a prayer. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, what? That's
Linda!
amazing.
Okay, now wait, I made extra sauce. We got to do some sauce on top. Yeah, we did it. Oh, if I could jump right now, I would jump. I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. That looks. I wish I had one right now. I could dump. Well, I do have extra, so I'll save this for the end. All right, I'm gonna set this aside.
You know what? There, it's covered. Okay. It might be a little too much, but we needed to make it pretty.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
And then
Linda, Desiree, you got done yourself.
Mozzarella, there we go. Okay. Now we gotta cut it. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited.
No. I want to see the inside.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're gonna be so beautiful. Okay. We gotta cut it like a piece of cake.
It's lasagna cake. We made lasagna cake.
Okay, we're not gonna put it on a plate because it's a little juicy. Wait, it's falling apart! No, I didn't cut all the way through. Okay, we gotta try it again. Hold on. You're gonna stay together. There we go. Okay, it's a little messy.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Can you like FedEx that to me?
I can.
I guess I'll have my own in 20 minutes, but
like
still.
food safety reasons, I don't know about that. So there we go. That's how you do the lasagna bowl. And why did Linda touch that with her bare hand? Now there's just stuff everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't wait to. I don't know if mine will come out of the oven before the lasagna-thon's over, but if it doesn't, I will take pictures and see if it looks as gorgeous as yours or if it's like a cooked octopus.
Yeah, don't forget to set a timer. We always forget that on FoodTokTV. Set timer.
Set timer for 20 minutes.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
But thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
I got a $200 donation from Gordon Food Service Stores this week. They let me go in and get $200 in products so you can add 11 more lasagnas because this next one's going out to the total for today.
Oh, you are amazing. You are thank you so much for being a part of this movement. Thank you for loving Lasagna Love. Thank you for your energy. We will post how you can go follow Desiree and Linda and give a huge thank you to Nicole at Shore Smoke Seasoning. We'll post all the links below and happy National Lasagna Day.
Happy National Lasagna Day. Thank you for everything you do, Rhiannon.
Anytime.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I don't have favorites, but she's right now. She's my favorite. Cool. All right. I'm going to skip over a bunch of stuff that I was supposed to do, and I'm going to go straight to our next person. So this is pretty cool. This is one of our own brain to mouth. Volunteer lasagna leaders, our volunteer director of outreach, Lynn Hirsch. If you have not seen her pictures before, you've never followed us in your life because she posts amazing pictures of her decorating lasagnas, and she's going to teach me how to decorate a lasagna today. So while she hops in, I'm going to get all my stuff out and prepared. Let's see. Oh, I do need this. I've got my cutting board and I've got all my gear and I've got a huge mess. Lynn's kitchen is way but there's no judging. There's no judging. This is Lasagna Love. Hi, Lynn.
Hello, I feel a
How
little
are you?
intimidated following Linda Desiree, but
you're
I'm
not
glad to
alone.
be here.
Oh, I'm looking for all of my, where is my slice? Oh, okay. I've got my, I think I have everything you asked me for, but I only had time to, when you said sliced mozzarella cheese, do you buy pre-sliced?
Yes,
Cool.
it looks
Actually,
like American cheese, but it's mozzarella.
So I got Galbani, Galbani makes a mozzarella that's good for slicing, and it's actually surprisingly easy. But I think sliced mozzarella for hearts might be a little bit easier. But I did make some slices, and I've got my peppers, my cookie cutters arrived.
Yay.
So I've got my 2 lasagnas. Let me pull those out and just show me what you do.
All right, well, first, Rhiannon and I had talked about the fact that we just want to let you know that it's absolutely not necessary to decorate your lasagnas. The families that you deliver them to love them, whether they have a decorated top or not. But if you have time and you have the need for using your creative juices, then it's a lot of fun to do it. And we're going to do just one here today, but behind me, by the magic of TV again, did a few earlier so that I can show you some other designs. The design that we're doing is going to be done with an actual set of cookie cutters that are 3D printed, and they're actually the Lasagna Love hearts. And so if you've seen some pictures of lasagnas done with our hearts and our squiggles, they're done with these things. So I have already cut out a whole bunch of hearts. The one thing that I haven't cut yet are the squiggles. And you can see this squiggle thing. I'm going to show you a little tip about using cookie cutters with either cheese or with peppers, as I do. I put it down, and then this might look like a meat hammer, but it works really well for using cookie cutters. We put it in there nice and easy, and then, whoops, it gets stuck inside. But we have a squiggle.
I'm gonna try a squiggle. The heart worked really well. I do not
Squiggle.
have a meat hammer, so let me try a squiggle.
And so
Oh.
I'm just gonna, the lasagna that I have here right now is baked just with the sauce on top. That's what I use when I do use the sliced mozzarella. My other ones, I sprinkle the mozzarella and then decorate. Perfect. What a perfect squiggle.
These are actually really easy to use.
And so I am going to make a few more squiggles.
So while
And
Lynn's doing that, I'm going to tell you, we are trying very hard to get these cookie cutters into the Lasagna Love store. Samantha is talking with the company that makes them now. So if you would like to be put on a waiting list for the second that we get those, I would say, I don't want you to put your emails in the chat, because like emails on the internet, and that's a bad thing. So email amanda@lasagnalove.org and just put in the title cookie cutters, amanda@lasagnalove.org. Put in the title cookie cutters. Sorry, Amanda, you're about to get a million emails. And we will let you know the second these launch. You'll be the first people eligible to order them before we put them out live on the store. They will probably come with a set of the hearts that fit, like probably 2 sizes that fit on the cheese, and probably 2 squiggles as well.
can you see my squiggles?
Oh, we can. Oh my gosh, they come out so nicely.
Okay, so we have the squiggles, but now I have some other hearts to put on. The largest one, I have to use several pieces of cheese to put on.
Yeah. Okay.
But it takes up lots of space, so I like to use that because the more cheese, the better.
That's
And
how
then
I feel
there's
about
this-
everything in life.
There's this medium-sized heart. You're going to see what all of this looks like in a second. And another medium-sized heart. I have, look at this little itty baby. Can you see this little itty baby?
Oh my gosh, do I have one that size? I
Well,
must.
mine came from this, and I don't know whether you got this because it doesn't really work so well as a squiggle,
Okay.
but I use that little heart.
Got it. Okay, that makes
but
sense.
if you don't have our cookie cutters, if you don't have Lasagna Love ones, any kind of cookie cutter will work. I have this set. I have this one that has like a cool little handle on it. So whatever you have. Also, I have these canopy cutters, and I use these to make the little flowers that I put on the lasagnas.
Okay, I wondered because I could not figure that out.
Yes, so that works, pretty easily. So I just used up all of my hearts that I had cut. Yes, beautiful.
Yours is much more diverse than mine, but hey. Oh, I love it. It looks so beautiful.
Then we have to add a little bit of color. So I have cut some peppers, orange peppers and red peppers, also with the cookie cutter.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to place those strategically on the other hearts. And I might throw a flower in just to give it a little color.
Okay, so for those
now,
you really do
lasagna,
need
this lasagna is fully cooked. It's just out of the oven. And if it was really hot, it's not, but if it was really hot, the cheese would almost melt as soon as you put it on. And you might not have to put it back into the oven. But since mine is not, I will have to put it back into the oven.
So I baked mine last night and let it cool. So how long would I have to put them back in for to get, is it just like watch it until the cheese melts or?
Yeah, I would say 10 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Generally, I put it back in for 10 minutes. I'm gonna do just a little bit more fussing with it, a little bit more decorating.
And I'm just gonna squish up the extra and spread it around the heart because none of the pieces I have left are big enough for my cookie cutters, but I got one really good squiggle and a bunch of awesome hearts.
Great. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. Whatever you do is perfect. And I've
it's made with love.
Yeah, I have seen so many wonderful wonderful lasagna art on the Lasagna Love Facebook group. And I usually comment on them, and sometimes I ask to borrow them to use in the outreach toolkit. So that's me, that's stalking your lasagna art.
Awesome.
Can you see?
Oh, I love it with the peppers. All right, I did not work on my peppers in advance, so
you can still do that. But
whoops, beautiful. And the basil, I have some basil too. I'm going to try and add that.
Just add a little bit of color to it. Now I'm going to quickly show you the ones that I have back here. I'm delivering to a single lady, so I made her 2 little loaf pans.
Oh, the little flowers! I love that.
Yeah, one is pepper flowers, and the other is cherry tomato flowers. One I used sprig of chives with basil. This has dill on it. So if you have a herb garden, just pick those herbs and use them on the top of your lasagna. Now this one I had to make because this one is the one that started everything with my lasagna art. This is very similar to the original one that I made, which is just a single red pepper heart with basil and some oregano sprinkled on it.
Awesome.
And
beautiful. I recognize that one from all the pictures.
Yeah. Let's see if you can tell what this one's supposed to be.
National Lasagna Day.
Yeah.
And LG. That's awesome.
And then one more. This one's just some hearts and flowers. And
oh, beautiful. It's just so cheerful.
I wanted to really quickly show you a couple pictures. Here's the original lasagna. Here's another one with flowers.
Cool.
And this one just shows, just put a little bit of basil on it and it really just livens it up. This one, I don't know, kind of looks like a palm tree. I don't know what it is.
Oh, cool.
This was my Christmas tree.
Awesome.
this is the one that I made with these cookie cutters. And if you're patriotic, use your peppers to make.
Sorry.
Hi, Steph.
Steph's working on some technical issues on the back end.
Hold on, I just gotta put
American
myself as the
flag.
host again.
And with the encouragement of somebody, I started my own public Instagram account that's called Lasagna Art
Oh,
with
and see, it
Heart.
says I'm the host again. All right,
And
let me
so
go
I will be,
to the,
Steph, you're not muted.
Steph, you're not muted. I will be posting all of my lasagna designs on Instagram on Lasagna Art with Heart. So if anybody's interested, I would love to have some more followers. Right now I have 14.
You'll have
So-
hundreds soon, I'm sure. You
That
said
would
it's
be great.
at Lasagna Art with Heart on Instagram?
Yes,
Lasagna Art with Heart.
Art with Lasagna
Awesome.
Art with Heart.
So Amanda, you
something
can
like
go ahead
that.
and put that in the comments.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, maybe you'll get more followers.
Amanda has it because she's already following me.
Perfect. Oh, this is so exciting. So if you like seeing pictures of beautiful lasagnas, go follow Lynn's new account. And yeah, we'll try and get the cookie cutters up, but like Lynn said, you don't need to have them. There's so much you can do with just basil and a knife and oregano and other fresh herbs. And I love what you said at the beginning. I just want to reiterate, if you're a chef and watching this, by no means do you have to decorate your lasagnas. I've been doing this since literally the beginning, and I have not once in my life decorated a lasagna until today. So it is spreading love either way. But I know some people really love to get creative in the kitchen, or they have kids who help, and this is a great thing for kids to do with like the cookie cutters. So, so yeah, cool. Email Amanda if you want to get on the waiting list for cookie cutters. And thank you so much, Lynn, for being here and sharing this with us.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Bye. Okay. I think we are on to our last guest. I'm going to put away my decorated lasagnas. If I think, let's see if they fixed let's see, we are back now, Andrea says. Okay, cool. They fixed the tech issue. Awesome. So we should be able to get Lindsay. So our next guest is Lindsay from Chilled Freezer Meals. And she is a legitimate expert in freezing food, and she will tell you why when she joins on. But I guess I thought this was a fun thing to have to sort of finish off the Lasagna-thon is a lot of times it's easier to make 4 or 5 or 6 lasagnas at once, but maybe you only have one match. And I've always wondered, like, is there a best way to freeze lasagna? Because like, do you cook it all the way? Do you not? Like, what kind of noodles do you use? How do you top it? How long can you store it for? So, I'm not the best person to answer those questions, but Lindsay at Chilled Freezer Meals is absolutely the expert to answer those questions. Oh my God, I love your kitchen. So welcome to Lindsay. She's a friend of mine from like way back when Lasagna Love was first starting. So I'm so excited that we're able to bring her on and have her share her expert wisdom. Lindsay, do you want to tell them why you're an expert at freezing food?
Well, I own a company called Chilled Freezer Meals. And we started in April of 2018. And at that time, I had just left teaching and I had 2 little ones at home. One who actually had a lot of food sensitivities. She was sensitive to wheat, dairy, corn, and nuts. And that meant that doing things like ordering pizza or going through the drive-through were completely out of the question for us. So I started making freezer meals for our family. And then my friends started asking for me to do it for them. And pretty soon it turned into a business. So
I know that story. Accidental company, accidental organization. Cool.
Yeah.
So tell us, what are like some of the things people should keep in mind if they want to make more lasagnas than they can deliver in a day and want to freeze the rest? Like, what are like the top 3 to 5 things that they should know?
So at Chilled, we make all of our lasagnas in mini pans. So they look like this. We actually package them in a 4-pack that's heat sealed together with instructions on them. And I have a couple different pan options I was going to show you. So the reason that we do mini lasagnas is because we know that our families that use our service, they want flexibility and they want things that are fast. And I think that that is something that all families, busy or otherwise across the country, would like, is that flexibility and having something be fast. So our lasagnas are actually par baked, so then they can be microwaved or baked in the oven. And we put them in pans like this. So this is actually a cardboard base, And this can go in the oven or the microwave. So when people receive their lasagnas, they can, should I get closer? They can just put it in the microwave or the oven, whichever they prefer. And then there's a plastic lid that comes with that. These come from a website called Webstaurant. So if somebody is thinking they want to do just like a massive lasagna cook, they could order these. It's not like just for producers. You can get them as an individual as well. Also, we have used in the past and sometimes still use these foil pans. These are a little bit easier to store because the lip of them folds down. Sometimes these lids tend to pop off. But obviously you can't put these in the microwave. So we get these from a company called foil-pans.com. Also a company that you can purchase from, and you don't have to be a business. You can be an individual.
Oh, good.
So, yes. Let's see.
Cool. And you said something about, so I love the idea that you have a pan that you could do microwave and oven. I think that's awesome. The single serve is a cool idea. So that might work for some of our, there's something else you said that clicked for me, and I can't remember what it was, but I'll come back to it. But something you said when we were talking earlier was about the noodles that you use.
Yeah. So we, like I said, we par bake all of our lasagnas in the chilled kitchen. And this is a couple of things. For one, it kind of holds, yes, it holds the lasagna together. So if you make a lasagna, you know, you have just like the crumbled cheese on top. If it's in the freezer getting pushed around, the chances of it kind of sliding off to one side or coming off completely are higher. Where if it's melted slightly, then you don't have that. It's like kind of one big brick here.
Okay.
We cook them just until that top cheese is melted. So then if someone's putting it in the oven and they want that golden brown, they can achieve that without it burning. Cool. The noodles that we use, we've experimented with a lot of different noodles, and we find that for our system and process and with freezing them, using the oven ready noodles is really important. Because when we use the other ones, the way that they absorb moisture would make the lasagna a little bit dry, where the oven ready lasagnas don't absorb it at the rate that those other ones did. So you still have a nice lasagna.
So
ready
for freezing,
to go.
I know in the beginning I was saying, like, if you're going to make the lasagna and eat it right now, you can use even labels that aren't, even noodles that aren't labeled no bake. You can still use those, but it sounds like if you know you're going to freeze them, go with like true no boil noodles, and probably the ones that don't have like the curly edges, like the ones that are really, really flat, because that way you get that same texture throughout.
Yep, exactly. And when you're freezing pasta, and this goes for anything, if you're making a ziti or a masticholi or whatever, you want to undercook that a little bit, because when you put it into a sauce and it goes through the freezing, thawing, then recooking cycle, it just keeps absorbing moisture. So that's why we recommend the oven ready lasagna noodles.
Awesome. And then somebody put a question, par bake, which I realize not everybody might know what that means if you don't work in like a commercial kitchen. So tell us what par baking means.
Par bake just means that you're partially baking it. So you're not going to bring it all the way to the end. Like I said, we do it just until the cheese melts.
Cool.
And you're going to stop before you get to that end, because then that leaves room on the finishing side, like when somebody takes it out of their freezer, to be able to cook it and not burn it.
Awesome. And then I guess the final question would be for wrapping it, or when you actually are going to put it in the freezer. I know you said like let it cool completely, but then do you have to like wrap it up completely like a mummy, or just like one foil piece on top? Like what works best for storing it in the freezer so it doesn't freeze or burn?
So food safety standards recommend that you cool foods before you put them in the freezer, so then you don't have a lot of condensation. And I should say that's really a quality thing. But you also want to make sure that your lasagna when you're cooling it, it cools from 135 degrees down to 70 degrees within 2 hours. And then from 70 degrees down to 41 degrees or below, which is the safe temperature, within an additional 2 hours. So you want it below 41 degrees in 4 hours.
Cool.
When you're freezing lasagnas, the USDA says that they are, if you put them in a deep freeze, they are safe to consume indefinitely. At chilled, for quality, we recommend that you use them within 3 to 4 months, because you'll start to see some of that freezer burn happening. We actually haven't had any issues with freezer burn within our kitchen. Our meals, the longest that we probably have them in the freezer here is 3 to 4 weeks. But even on the consumer end, they haven't seen that there's freezer burn. And we just put these lids right on like this. So you don't have to have anything that directly touches the top of the lasagna. You can, if you want to, you could put plastic wrap or parchment paper, but truly in my experience, that almost like grabs the moisture and puts it back onto the lasagna, strangely enough.
Okay.
But the key here is to cool it.
That makes sense.
To about 70 degrees, like in the fridge without the lid on, and then put the lid on so the condensation can be released.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you lid it, it's not trapped inside the container.
Awesome. Cool. All great tips. I know we have a ton of lasagna chefs watching. So hopefully for all of y'all who make some extras and freeze them, something here was something you didn't know before. Plenty of here that I didn't know before I talked to Lindsay. And then I think, did you have a surprise giveaway announcement?
Yes, we have a giveaway. Well, we have a couple, I guess. We have a giveaway. We're going to give away our Feel Better bundle, which includes a 6-pack of our mini barbecue cheddar meatloaves, which are probably our top seller. Lasagna, it comes in close second. And then our burritos are right in there too. But actually in this Feel Better bundle, you get all 3 of those. You get breakfast burritos, mini lasagnas,
I'm so hungry.
and the barbecue cheddar meatloaves. You also get a cheesecake cup 2-pack, and there's some cards in there, like inspirational messages too. If this is someone that is receiving this giveaway and they need a little boost, or you can maybe include it in your lasagnas that you're giving to people in need. So.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So for everybody watching, you know how it works because you've probably been on for a while. So comment below, and this time either comment with like your favorite freezer tip from Lindsay, or comment with your favorite part from the Lasagna-thon today. And Amanda will wait like 30 seconds to a minute, and she'll pick a random number and we'll announce who won that bundle. So thank you so much. So this is for anybody except Alaska or Hawaii, right? Just because of how like the shipping freezer stuff or frozen stuff can only go so far.
Yes. So we ship with dry ice. And because of that, trying to stretch that timing to Alaska or Hawaii is a little bit difficult. Maybe someday we'll conquer that. But we ship our products nationwide. Our menu launches every month on the 1st. So we'll have a brand new menu out on August 1st. And then we ship every Monday after the 5th of the month. So we will ship again on August 8th. And then a really cool thing for August, we are giving 15% of all of our lasagna sales to Lasagna Love.
So if you're not tired of lasagna and you want to have some for dinner and not make your own, you can get it from Lindsay and she will ship it to you in dry ice, which is really fun. Just don't touch it. Although I do put it in the sink afterwards and let my kids watch it, or not in the sink. I put it outside because sink. Yeah, I put it outside and let
carbon
the kids
monoxide.
watch it.
We'll let it go.
Yeah, bad. Brain. I never said that. So, but but Lindsay will ship you lasagna. 15% of those profits proceeds will come to us. So thank you so much for your generosity. And thank you for making time to be here today. I know you have so much going on, but I know I'm seeing like a million comments of I learned so much. The education in this was amazing. Great freezer tips. I never thought of par baking. So really appreciate it. And thank you for helping us wrap up the Lasagna-thon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is definitely an amazing organization, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So
awesome. And where can people find you?
You can find us at chilledfreezermeals.com.
All right, cool. And on Instagram at Chilled Freezer Meals?
Yep, Instagram and Facebook at Chilled Freezer Meals.
She makes some really funny reels, so cool. All right, thank you,
yeah,
Lindsay.
come hang out.
Happy National Lasagna Day. Enjoy your Friday.
Thanks, you too.
Cool. So in just a minute, I'll ask Amanda to pick somebody who's been doing the comments. They'll win that Chilled Freezer Meals, or what does she call it? The Feel Better bundle. I love that name, Feel Better bundle, because lasagna, hello, feeling better. So first, but I want to say thank you to all of our volunteers, to all of our amazing sponsors, to our board of directors. We've raised $52,000 so far of our $100,000 goal, and we still have 10 hours here on the East Coast, 16 hours for all my friends in Hawaii. So if you haven't yet, please go sign up to be a kindness ambassador. Your $7.29 will help us feed so many people in your community. Amanda will put the link below again. And if you donate today, our board will match up to $15,000. So that goes for if you host a Facebook fundraiser for us, that works. If you donate directly to the website, that works. If you sign up to become a kindness ambassador, anything that is donated today, our board will match up to $15,000, which is so generous of them. So your donation today will have double the impact and be able to help us feed twice as many people. So while you're going to do that, to either sign up to be a Kindness Ambassador or to donate or to go share on social or to set up a Facebook fundraiser, I just wanted to share. So back when I started, or when we started, I remember like happy crying when we fed 100 people, and it was just me and 10 other women. Andrea Larson, who's now my chief of staff, Angela Rosenblatt, the woman who I mentioned, who has delivered over 2,000 lasagnas, and about 8 other just amazing women who had found me and joined me in the initial lasagna making. And when we fed 100 people, we were just like, we were jumping out of our skin. And then I was blown away when we fed 1,000 people. Like, I can't believe this is still going. I can't believe the pandemic is still going. I can't believe people still want to help. And so many people want to jump in and cook. And then last National Lasagna Day, we hit 500,000 people. And I could barely say the number out loud. So this year, and I'm sorry in advance if I start crying, because I did when I shared to our volunteer team. But this year, leading up to National Lasagna Day, we reached 1 million people. 1 million people fed. 1 million. Like, jump up and say that with me. 1 million people. 1 million people were fed a home cooked meal because of all of you. 1 million people had that hug of kindness from a stranger because of you and everything you've come together to do. So just put some love in the comments here for our amazing volunteers who are the people who cook and deliver every week, no matter what. Put some kindness for our kindness ambassadors who have just signed up, who are going to help us reach even more families. Being able to rely on your donation each month means that I and the team don't have to focus on, like, can we pay the bills at the end of the month, and just can we go out and feed more people. Thank you to all of the recipients who are watching. We mean it when we say we are here for you. No questions asked, and I hope you feel that. Everyone should be able to raise a hand for help when they need it, zero judgment. So thank you to everyone who is a part of our community. This wouldn't be possible without every single one of you being here and spreading the love and spreading the kindness. With that, I'm gonna check on Amanda and see if who won the, so the winner of the remind me what it is again? The Feel Good bundle. The winner of the Feel Good bundle from Chilled Freezer Meals is Ann Mollett. Congratulations, Ann. Go ahead and email Amanda your name, your mailing address. She'll get that. She'll get it over to Lindsay, who can send it out to you. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I see all the hearts. I feel it too. I'm so proud to be a part of this. I'm so honored to be alongside all of you guys. We will see you all next National Lasagna Day. That is the end of our first ever official Lasagna-thon. Happy National Lasagna Day, and have a good Friday.